That's like a vortex of mods. Ah, load order.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to more Fallout with Rampancy.net. I'm Nargadrin.
And I'm Blackstar.
And I'm Leah Crow.
And I'm Jail.
And we also got Funk in there. Funk, you with us? Do you turn your alarm off?
Huh?
Yes, no, maybe? Wait for that thing to go off again. Anyway, so welcome. We're going to be doing some more Fallout. I guess Narc has got some vault tours. I kind of feel like this is going to be like, welcome to my pad. So, yeah.
That would be cool.
You think so? Yeah.
Well, yeah, in Fallout 4, there was
check out my crib.
Whole DLC for building your own vault.
Yes,
and
you can also basically do that in Fallout 76 now. Like in addition to the surface building of bases,
really,
you can now have an underground vault area where you can put a lot of stuff. That's
why have an above ground one when you can have one in the dirt?
Loading.
Well,
anyway, so let's turn this on and I'll show us where we are right now.
Yeah, I thought we were going straight into the game. Wait, did you put on a cowboy hat?
Oh, New Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
New Vegas Fallout.
Nice.
No, this is Fallout 3, actually.
Oh, I just assumed you were theming yourself.
I mean, it's fine to also have a cowboy hat.
I mean,
it's fine.
The courier does start out with a cowboy hat.
Cowboy hats are important.
Okay, so we are at Agatha's house, and I thought I had tried to listen to the radio station and couldn't get it.
Was always a Stetson fan.
Yeah, I just don't see it. I can't remember now. Is she not broadcasting before you do this mission or what? I couldn't remember.
You only broadcast when she has the item.
Okay.
I don't remember this at all.
But then how do we...
Oh, this is the Stradivarius.
Yes, but then how do you know that you need to do this? Are you just dependent on finding this location, this unmarked location where there are no quests? Wow, she's just mainlining canned beans and dropping the empty cans by the bedside.
Oh man,
the wasteland is
watch out
terrible.
for that stuff,
guys.
Living the life.
Man.
Oh my! I wasn't expecting.
Oh, okay. Well,
did you put like an NPC motion mod in there?
Worn out from your travels.
No, that's typical of Fallout 3.
Yeah, that was so fast.
Agatha. It's so nice to meet you. Now, what brings you all the way out here?
Picture is creepy.
I came to bring you your toothbrush because, man, you've got bean breath.
I'm exploring.
Honestly, there's nothing much out here. Looking for sand, rocks. We have plenty of that.
I don't like sand.
You're
look,
around this
rocks.
area, of course. Don't let me dissuade you. I'm just trying to save you some time. My husband built this place way out here for a reason. Rest his soul.
Pray tell, what was that? I love it. You could be a jerk. Boo-hoo. People die all the time. I'm not doing that.
Everyone's got dead
That's
people.
kind of you to say. Yes, he's gone. After he built this place, we spent many happy years together. We decided to cut off contact with the outside world and just depend on each other for comfort and company.
And beans.
I think you should give her the shakedown, the mafia shakedown.
No, I'm not doing that.
would.
Although I did see somebody recently who did a video that says that like even after you complete this quest, you can intentionally offend her to the point where she won't talk to you anymore, and if you come back, she will attack you.
Wow.
Really?
And I love how threatening you can be. There are at least a couple of that. There's like a subtle threat. Hey, little lady like yourself should be careful out here all alone. And then this one, old lady, hun, got anything valuable around? It's like, okay, but surely you're not out here being a digital hermit.
Oh, goodness, no. I have a supply caravan that passes here maybe once a week. I trade with them for whatever I need, and I stock up enough till they return.
So, at this point, I would, you have no idea where this quest is going, but it seems like, oh, she mentioned a supply caravan. So what's going to happen is she's going to get like killed or murderized by the supply caravan, and then we have to solve the murder. And it just goes way into left field.
So we're going to have to hack into her DoorDash account and...
Right.
Oh, God, I forgot like how awful. Like, it's funny that like people consistently criticize Fallout 3 for not allowing you to be evil enough because it has a karma rating and because people will attack you for being too evil or for being too good. But they do allow you to be pretty nasty, at least if you want.
It is pretty nasty.
Okay, so what do you trade?
Did you order the code red?
Well, I offer something in the way of entertainment.
I did what I
play
had
songs
to
on my
do.
homemade violin, and people trade me goods. If not in person, I use my husband's old radio set. The men in the caravan say it keeps their morale up on lonely nights in the wasteland.
Oh, there's that phone again.
there goes
I
the
knew
girl.
it. Yep. That was funk, everybody. Send hate
Yeah.
mail to the following address.
Oh yeah, the night our audience picking phone.
Oh, anybody wearing headphones is doomed. I mean,
and
we
my
have to suffer, but
My problem with all of these skill checks is always that I never know what my rating is to be like, oh, how high is
Well,
that?
see,
Is that,
in
you
this
know,
type of
There's
games-
a mod that I downloaded.
that shows you?
Yeah, well, basically, it gave you the Fallout 4 system where you had green, red, and yellow.
Oh,
But
okay, so it tells
there's
you
a mod
okay,
that
so there's
gives
a
you
meter at
percentage.
least.
But, yeah,
relative
I like that.
difficulty of
I think they
how
always do the
the
skill
chick will
check.
be. Yeah.
Always do the skill check.
I don't know. I
Narc's
can try to remember if I
over
made.
intelligence.
Okay.
Oh, you are a clever one.
Hey.
Yes, that's exactly the problem that I have with it. It doesn't quite play all of the notes correctly, and I have to constantly tinker with it.
Can this radio broadcast across the entire wasteland?
Yes. my
And you
husband
know the
is
hard part
very
with the
proud of
elderly
it.
and tinkering.
He tinkered with that thing for years to get it working.
Oh,
I've
man.
tried to use it to get
I don't know if
whatever
the
I need,
FCC
but I've
would,
never gotten a reply.
Appreciate that.
Yes, let's call the FCC in this wasteland. Hello.
They'll come
FCC.
rushing right out here to help this
While
poor
my
woman.
husband had his
Well,
hobbies,
I'll tell you
I'm
what.
afraid
If not the
mine is making
FCC,
that
then
sorry
at least the
instrument.
HOA. They're probably not going to like
I
that
only
huge,
wish I could replace
huge
Oh, man.
it with something
antenna.
better.
Well, if they're not
Yeah,
messing
OSHA's
around
gonna
with,
come out
with
and-
the apocalypse.
Yeah.
they're
Anyone's
not
gotta
messing
go.
around with Three Dog after his antenna upgrade, they're not gonna be messing with her.
No one talks about that. They're putting these animals to work. 3 dogs running a whole radio station.
hmm
That can't be legal either.
OSHA's going to come and fix all these railings.
You've never
But
played
now
this
that
game, have you,
mention it,
Funkmon?
Yes, there is. My
I
trading
love
depends
playing
on my
Fall
violin.
and-
Without it, I have nothing to play, no way to make music. If you can bring me a violin, a better one, I'd feel much more secure.
Violin. That wouldn't have survived the war. I'm interested, but what will you give me in return? I'd get you a moon rock if you pay enough.
Oh, come on. No, we're
Yes.
nice.
Very sad, isn't it? Sad
She's
to
gonna give us
think
a
that
subscription-free
no more musical
service.
Instruments will ever be made the old way ever again.
Yes, we'll have to use carbon fiber.
I know where perhaps
you guys
the
see that
last
Sirius
real
XM posted
violin
a
in the
huge
world
loss?
exists. If you
I'm
can
Can't
not
imagine
surprised.
why.
you'll recover it.
They've been
I will
profitable
tell
for a
you more.
long time. I'm very surprised.
Yeah, someone gave themselves a bonus.
Yep, Speecher.
I think I
Man,
did tag speech as a
Ofcom's van
skill.
is busted. The pirate radio stations are safe.
Oh, no.
I'd love to help you, but first
Oh.
we need to iron out the deal. So, what do you say?
Where's your intimidation skill?
No,
I don't
no,
have that.
no. And that's a New Vegas thing, and we're running Fallout 3 raw.
It's super raw. Super raw. Only 73 mods.
Yes.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Oh, I don't think I've been this happy in years.
Although A Tale of Two Wastelands
I have
does
some
incorporate, I'm not
information
sure
that may
how
help
many
you.
Fallout 3
At least a
characters are
place to
affected by
begin.
it.
Oh, that's
It all
interesting.
starts with my great-great-grandmother back in
Oh my God.
2077
Leave.
before the bombs fell.
Get out of here.
No.
I can't even imagine that long ago.
It certainly is a long time. That precious instrument
In a
has been
galaxy
through
far.
a
Oh, right,
lot.
wrong.
Anyway, Hilda
universe.
was quite a special
Don't say
woman.
it.
Classical.
Nobody say it.
And exceptionally talented at the violin. Her pride and joy was her Stradivarius violin. I can only imagine how exquisite this instrument must have been. When the war reared its head, she was invited by Vault Tech into Vault 92. They claimed the vault would be dedicated to preserving musical talent.
But in actuality, they're all giving them third eyes in the middle of their foreheads.
Well, some of them at any rate.
Vault-Tec was always promoting the vaults being used for the preservation of the arts and all that nonsense. Hilda couldn't pass on a chance to meet many of the other musical talents of the world, so she accepted their invitation. Then the bombs fell, the vault was sealed, and my family never heard from her again.
How can we be sure this is still in good shape after 200 years?
I kept it in a special pressurized case. Inside the case is the perfect temperature and humidity for the instrument. If the case...
Right, because it's got an independent power source completely negated from the loss of the power grid.
I want you to get.
Well, all it would take is one fusion core.
Okay, so where is this Vault 92?
That's the catch. I have no idea where it is.
Great.
I'd suggest...
Probably in between 90 and
Oh, the
91.
Vault-Tec headquarters building. Absolutely not. I hated that building.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
I'm just going to walk to it, right?
Good luck, Grandma. Here's an idea. Why don't you make an instrument with all these bean cans?
I do remember, I think, reading this or something, but like I always ended up reading this instead of listening to her. So I always thought, oh, it's the soil Stradivarius. Like, what is it? Is it made of dirt? Was it buried? Why is it called the soil Stradivarius? And it's like, no, it's Swa.
Duh. Uncultured swine, you.
Like, I don't know why it's called that either, but...
Yeah.
Because that is how any professional plays these Fallout games. You hear the first two words of the voice line, and then you press A to go to the next one.
Hey, Top Gear is pronouncing Lancia all wrong all these years. Apparently it's Lancia.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
They
Vault,
also pronounce Dacia wrong.
Oh, everybody does.
Vault 92 is the one in Old Olney. I thought this was going to Vault 108, which is bad enough. But no, Vault 92 is in Old Olney. And
I don't remember it.
This
it's in the far northeast. This is gonna suck.
I'm sorry.
Told ya.
I wish I did.
Can't wait.
Console
All I know
commands,
is that
walk
Vault
speed.
Tech intended it to be a protective environment for the world's musical.
Yeah, okay, we knew that.
When the
Yeah,
bombs
we said that
fell,
already.
the
Yeah, okay, you said
Perhaps
that.
when you find...
Okay. No,
Watch yourself out there.
yeah. And I
You
think what
watch
the
yourself
other
in here.
the other way to find this out, I think, is that if you've done the main quest to the point where you've gotten inside the Pentagon and met the Brotherhood, I think they have a map. But I think
I
it's
wanna
not.
know where
it's
is
not like
the
a diegetic.
water?
It's not a diegetic thing where like looking on it puts locations on your map. It's just the thing where it's like if you take a screenshot of that and then go there, like there are vaults there. Like that's very in game.
Kinda weird.
Okay.
Well, in game, I want to know where is the water coming from. She's got a toilet and a sink and a tub, and I'm like, I'm sorry, where is the water being piped from into these things?
Well, there's a ravine that he just crossed over that presumably has water in the bottom of it.
Oh, and she retrenched her pipes to use that. Wow, she's a talented elderly woman.
She is 36. That's what the Fallout.
In Fallout years.
Okay. If this is old only, then I think Vault 92 is here.
Okay. Well, I want to give a shout out for Zale Mannix. He's been chatting up a storm and whatnot, and we've been ignoring him because we've been joking.
Oh, sorry,
he apparently liked Code Red. He said it was the best Mountain Dew flavor ever. God damn it,
dude! Code Red Mountain
That was
Dew
not what
is
the Code Red
second
was about.
best pop of all time. And
oh my God!
For me, they were all
discontinued
kidney
it.
stones in a can.
They
So
discontinued it, and then all the knockoffs also discontinued it. And I mean, they discontinued a Diet Code Red. You can still get normal Code Red, but if you don't want to,
not Code Red Zero.
I'd weigh 980 pounds if
What
I
about-
was drinking normal Code Red, but I
Classic
wanted Diet
Code
Code Red. So when Kroger was discontinuing their knockoff version of Code Red, of Diet Code Red, and I found out, I had all the warehouses in the tri-state area. Like I ordered all of the Kroger Diet Code Red and filled the garage with it a few years ago.
Now,
And,
why does Narc's character look like he's prancing?
Well, that's how you look.
I mean,
Is that
the
just
animations
me?
are kind of janky. I think I have
Is it?
some. I think I have some updates for those, so there are some improvements, which basically means like this probably doesn't look as bad as it would have back in the day. I mean, this is an Xbox
Oh,
360 game. Okay, great. Caravan Guard.
Woohoo!
Wait up,
Dark,
guys.
the game is telling
Now,
you you're
here's the
thirsty
thing.
and that you should drink irradiated water.
Is
Yeah,
there a
I know.
mod
I never
for
do that,
you
though.
to have your character make the clip-clop noises as if you're banging two coconuts together?
There probably is, but that also probably that's probably just like replacing a wave file.
Maybe, but I'm just saying that for those scenes of that character prancing around like that, that's the first thing that came to mind.
We need
Especially
to
with
mount
the
the
hat.
coconuts.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you going to steal from this guy, or are you going to buy something?
I don't think I can buy anything. He might.
Oh, you frightened her off.
No, not me, but they
No,
will.
so
They,
blood
I,
bug or
I,
something.
I think he's seen an enemy over there somewhere.
Oh, well, very likely.
This might be Harith.
And is she wearing it? No, she's not.
Looking
Yep.
for
No,
that
he's not.
Special something.
Ooh, special something.
It's my
I
pleasure to
yeah,
offer
exactly.
in a variety of
What was it? The
exciting
massage with the happy ending? What are we talking about?
Take your pick.
Let's see. I'm gonna sell some stuff.
Where the devil did you get the Rivet City security helmet?
Rivet City.
Yeah,
I
Did you
forget
kill
what
a
who I
guard?
killed to get that. I think that was a raider who had that. I don't know why.
He just needed 3 box tops. He had to send in his bottle caps.
I mean,
and that
obviously,
was
the
it.
sheriff's outfit I have because, what I did during that quote unquote prep episode was, we killed the guy who wants to blow up Megaton.
Oh, Decus's Brotherhood has a computer terminal in the Pentagon, and gotta love that ancient pre-war infrastructure. Zale says, Jill, for the record, I do know the Few Good Men reference. I just think it's hilarious. Imagine
really
Colonel Jessup having his
heavy.
meltdown about Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
So do I.
the
Thank you very
idea
much.
That, I like the idea that the PepsiCo marketing people, they're like, hey, what do you guys want
Until we meet
to
again,
name our Mountain Dew?
keep yourself alive out there.
Hey, if you,
Yeah,
How do you guys feel
let's
about
set this
Jack
up as a
Nicholson?
military hazing hate crime. There's a soda for you.
well, they named it after illegal moonshine, the normal Mountain Dew, so they
Yep.
might as well.
Actually, to be honest, if you're
That
talking illegal
two-headed cow
booze,
seems to be having some trouble.
do you know what?
That's
You know what's the Civil War bootlegging beverage I would love for somebody to make a modern released version of? Do you know which one?
I don't know.
Pop Skull.
I haven't heard of it. What is it like?
Yes, it's basically it's moonshine and everything. They had all kinds of different names for it, but apparently there was a name for a Civil War moonshining beverage called Pop Skull, and I thought, damn! Now, if anyone's going to be making a modern version of that these days, that would be one that I would buy. I can't imagine what the marketing would be, but all of it, I'm sure, would be fascinating and incredibly cool.
Those are super mutants.
What is your current level?
4, I think. Yeah, level 4.
Yeah,
It's not
Zale
great.
says, yeah, the
I
funny
rushed
thing
here,
about Mountain
basically.
The
Dew,
weight carrying capacity to get that violin.
actually,
Oh, God,
I'd
is
be
it that heavy?
hysterical if you got weighed down because of
forget.
it.
No, I think it's 0.
I'd laugh my ass off if
Also,
it wasn't.
your pit boy doesn't look too happy to be where it's at.
No, because I'm
Oh.
I'm above half health, but like not much above half health.
Oh. Yeah, you're gonna die real quick, aren't you?
It's possible.
Oh, no,
Your
you'll
left
be
arm
fine.
looks like it's hurting pretty bad.
True.
Yeah, seriously. Which one's your gun hand? Your righty. Okay. So
He's
still,
right-handed, so
We've
it
only
should be
got-
fine.
Don't have enough stim packs, man.
Also,
Yeah,
don't have
Zale
enough
mentions, the history of
ammunition.
Mountain Dew. It originally was a mixer specifically for moonshine. And he
Okay.
will go on the
Oh,
record
okay.
that Mountain Dew's maker marked a surprisingly good highball.
Nothing for the flamer. Nothing. Almost nothing for the hunting rifle. My repair skill's not high enough to combine these.
I suppose
The-
alcohol probably would improve the taste.
Mm. Well, they needed to. When people were making, bathtub beverages and whatnot, it was all seriously close to ethanol. It was undrinkable, so they had to mix in something.
Oh no, I meant ethanol would improve the taste of the Mountain Dew.
Well,
How dare you?
Nothing for the Magnum.
This is a blanket sentiment for pretty much all tonic for me. So
I barely have any shots for the 10 mil. This is not.
so
gonna
why
go
are we
well.
holding guns you don't have ammo for?
Because you do need them, and because like if I had other ammo for other guns, I'd have those, but I don't.
Alright, here's
So
what you do.
the best bet is
Shoot
no.
this
I'm literally
guy,
gonna wait for
take
these
his
guys to
ammo.
engage those mutants and clean up. And yeah. And again, she says that because I'm sneaking. I'm sneaking with a weapon out near the thing. She's like, "I see you there, idiot."
Well, I
you're not
want a
fooling me.
Destiny 2 mod where you can only carry 3 guns at a time.
You mean like the normal game? You can only do 3 guns?
Yes. Pistol, sniper,
No, you can only
heavy, that's
equip
it.
3 guns at once. He means carry.
Carry. That's it. All you can have.
I'm okay with that. Let's do 3 Suros regimes.
Hey, if you want to play UT
Combat
2004
shotgun.
and carry, entire army's arsenal, that's fine, but this isn't it.
You think these super mutants?
I want to know which one of my mods is causing that. That's hilarious.
That's
For some reason, they aim their guns and then they fire at the ground, and the bullets bounce off the
Yeah.
ground and hit the target.
oh, it's clever.
Well, it is a thing.
White zone.
Okay,
is for
I've
hunting
always
rifle.
wanted to disconnect my torso in order to do that.
I'm not gonna be able to carry all these, but I at least got a couple.
That's
more
what
shots
I
for 'em.
said.
Yeah.
So I played Fallout 76 for about 5 hours last night, and
Oh, you should have called me. I would have spun up the custom world.
I probably should have, but I wasn't. I was doing the work, and I thought that it would be there was a good chance I was going to get used, so I didn't want you to bother. Now tonight, if they have me go into the airport, it's very unlikely that I'll get used, so I'll just be sitting there for 5 hours and playing the video game.
What's that like?
What? Getting paid to sit there?
What do you? What,
Yeah,
have you got a
in the
console
airport.
in the break room or something? Or what are you doing?
I use the Xbox game streaming subscription.
Oh, right.
And I play on a little Razer controller that attaches to the phone with Bluetooth.
For 5
How
hours.
terrible is that?
Well, a game like Fallout, it's not bad. Even though you don't
What
have
about-
the time freeze of VATS, it's not bad at all. But you don't have to aim, really, and it's a slow-paced game, so no problem.
Deka said, yeah, there are realism mods that change the weight to volume.
What the hell is that?
Well, apparently, I guess there's a way that it
Why is
handles
there, like, a
mass and
huge
things.
Big boy over there.
Yeah, that's a Big Boy donut advertisement. Is it Big Boy? I think it's Big Boy. Right?
Oh,
It's probably
Deka
not.
said the
Oh, fancy
the
lad.
stream crashed and now it's back. How does a stream crash?
And come back.
Yeah. On the tubes or on...
We're that good.
I don't remember there being a huge statue of a dude.
Oh yeah.
We-
I
so
mean
we lose
that's
the
not
YouTubes?
at no. I just checked it, and I haven't seen any warnings my side.
Oh, we're getting ads now?
I was hoping that caravan would come my way, but basically, like, one of the major differences between 3 and, say, New Vegas is that, like, New Vegas not only assumes that you're gonna use roads to get places, it practically requires you to, because it spawns enemies in all the areas that are to the sides of the road and to punish you from leaving the road. Whereas 3, like, a lot of its roads are broken elevated highways, like that one in the distance, that even though they show up as roads on the map, you can't actually use to navigate. You can only walk under them, and that's not really safer. And a lot of places you need to go, like, aren't connected by actual roads.
Deka said in Fallout 4, yeah, that's Slocum Joe's, and I think that might be the same for
Oh,
3.
yeah. It might be the same for 3. It's definitely the same in 76. There are definitely Slocum Joe's in 76. We were just at one the other day.
There's a thing in there.
Well, speaking
That's
of
true,
things,
most
I was
places.
just curious, since you're a big fan of 4, so Narc, which do you prefer out of all of them?
3's kind of my sentimental favorite. Oh boy, this is good.
I love it as he says that as
He
being
actually
attacked
looks
by a
kinda
vicious
cute.
dog.
He looks like a cute dog.
It's my sentimental. And we start murdering someone's
Nice.
pets. Oh, there goes the head. 3 is my
Sorry,
sentimental
Dale.
favorite.
Excuse me while I kick this dog in the face.
Dogs aren't dangerous.
Come back and fight! Dogs aren't dangerous!
Well, that dog's not dangerous, but
Did you
Yeah.
have to keep shooting it after the head came off?
Yeah.
Yes, we
Yes.
don't want it to suffer. Haven't
otherwise
you seen Chernobyl?
it might go back on.
Yeah,
Oh.
What was I saying?
Chernobyl.
Three's got a decent story, but that railroads you in the sense that there are basically no choices. Your only choice in Fallout 3 story is whether you do it or not. But its non-story content is all very good. Like basically the story of
Right.
Fallout
So other
3
than that, it's on
occurs entirely in the bottom like third to half of its map. And like all the stuff over here that we're walking around in, like there's no main story here. None of the stuff up here connects to it. It's all just random stuff. And a lot of it is
randos.
very cool, like the thing we're doing now, which is looking for the violin and some other stuff like that.
Is this cool?
Fallout 4's story is decent if you happen to like aligning with certain factions that I think they kind of expected you to want to align with, which is basically the Minutemen and the Railroad. And if you're not into those, like if you want to roleplay evil, then it's going to be a lot less satisfying because
Like Brotherhood and
aligning with those
Enclave.
factions is less satisfying.
I
Blowflies.
always pick the Institute. I line with those guys.
Because they are the
That
worst
doesn't
faction.
surprise me.
Yes.
No, it's
Well,
I'll
not
tell
only
you
the
why,
worst, but also
honestly.
the more
It's
cerebral,
because
I think.
They're clean. I don't know. Look, the
Wow.
thing is, I get it. There's a
They're the
nuclear
most
war,
sanitary
society
post-apocalyptic
has
society.
collapsed, but you can pick up trash. You know, like that woman. Just pick up those cans. Put them in a dump behind your house. Why are you leaving them around? And that's what every faction is filthy. But
Right.
the Institute is clean, so I hang
They are the neat freaks that
They may
survived.
be clean in sanitation, but
Clean-ish.
they're dirty in the souls.
Yeah, that's fine.
It is not.
Dirty
I'm sorry,
in the
I would
Soul
call
is the
that a
name of
swing and
my
a miss.
That was a good band name.
Swing and a miss?
No, Dirty in the
Miss,
Soul.
miss.
Oh,
Swing and a Miss would be our name of our first album.
that's the name of everybody's first album.
Yeah, like I feel that if you like they're trying to do the slavery metaphor thing with the railroad, right? Obviously, and if that resonates with you, then that's a satisfying faction to work for. A lot of people I see complain basically say that, well, they're not strong enough to help. They're not interested in doing anything than the one thing. They want to liberate synths, but they don't care about anybody else. Oh God! All right, this is no. I may need to pop the self boy.
What happened?
It's
I
a
didn't
Mr.
see.
It's a Mr. Gutsy.
You're probably screwed.
It's that's plasma weapons. Like that hits me once, I'm dead.
Ooh.
Well, you've somehow managed to avoid him by going around a rock.
Hey, listen. Their pattern indicates two-dimensional thinking.
Don't look at him.
And the other problem with Fallout 3 is that the roam range of a lot of enemies is really large. Like Fallout New Vegas enemies have these boundaries where they like literally will not walk past a line on the ground. Like in the other playthrough I was talking about, like where Ibot's not that bad. Since we killed Vulpus and Kulta, the Legion was hostile to me, and they were throwing out hit squads. Oh, that's an Enclave Ibot. It's non-hostile. Great. And they spawn in certain places and will go out and attack you, but they have really strict lines. They'll only follow you so far. And so, like, I had set up a line of mines and was trying to draw them into it, and they just, like, walked, like, up within a yard of the mines and then turned right around, and I could not get them to go any further because they won't. Stuff in this game will follow you across the ends of the earth. They just will.
Yeah, being chased by a hulking super mutant who is a bullet sponge, and you're just jolting backwards with your 10mm and just spending 10 minutes till it dies, and you get only 23 experience out of it. And no weapons. Or good loot.
Oh, it's attacking the iBot. Okay. That's another thing that I've always... Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, didn't expect that.
iBot annihilated.
Didn't hit it that hard. Must have had self-destruct.
I guess. Is that Blackstar? You remember how I always talked about in Destiny that like all the patrol zones in Destiny include at least 2 enemy factions, and if you just observe them and don't do anything, you know they're fighting each other. But then if you watch the way they fight each other, it's like they're not really trying. Fights never resolve. They don't chase each other down. Like all the enemies are way more interested in fighting you than they are in fighting each other. It's all very cosmetic. They're there so that there is activity in those zones that you don't initiate. In this game, almost everything out here is hostile to almost everything else, and they're serious about it. They are just as serious about it. They will pick their targets and they will follow their targets. And so for you, leading one group of enemies into another group of enemies is a really effective tactic.
I do like in Fallout 4 the vertibird battles. The ones that you just come across, because 9 times out of 10, those vertibirds go down.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're just like walking around. Sometimes you don't notice it. You're just walking around and there's like this huge explosion. What the hell is that?
Yeah,
and
I'm
the only guy who doesn't notice them.
And I don't... Whoa. Okay, that's just more... Wait, is that a mole rat or is that a bear? Okay, that's mole rats. That's fine.
Oh.
I don't know if this is apocryphal or not, but I know that some people said that the code for vertibirds in Fallout 4 is a modified version of the dragon code in Skyrim.
There's no way that's true.
And so what vertibirds are actually trying to do is crash into you. Like they're deliberately trying to crash into you.
Okay, here's
See, that's just lazy AI again.
Well, here's the deal. The health of the vertibird is extremely low. We're talking very low.
Yeah.
You'll actually kill a vertibird easily with any kind of weapon.
Yeah, like small
What
arms
happens
fire,
is
it is worth it to shoot at vertibirds. And you can also, like, you can snipe pilots, and that kills the vertibird. You know, that will cause it to crash as well.
And once their health reaches 0, they go into this spinning out of control animation, once that happens, the vertibird is practically dead, and they will crash. But they do not aim towards you. It's always
I'm not
that they're following.
I'm not sure I believe that. I would want a confirmation of that.
I will happily give you confirmation of that, because that was practically how I spent half my time in Fallout 4, was looking for these vertibird battles, because they were always so entertaining just seeing the brother get their butts so kicked, and they're wasting so much resources building these very expensive, no doubt, machines, and people are just blowing them up left and right.
Yep. They're like pelicans in Halo, like they exist to crash. Like to crash. It is their purpose in life.
It kind of makes me think of assault gunboats in the X-Wing series. You'd blow it up, and it seems like they would always immediately fly backwards and crash into you, but it's just
yeah, they always
how they blow up.
Yeah, once they die, they go into a random direction in a straight line, and that line can be absolutely towards you. There's no rhyme or reason
and it just
to it.
seems like
None at all. Well, then what it is at the mercy of is random number generation routines.
Oh yeah, which in 1992 Flight Simulator was probably not all that great.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but I think they're having problems because Deca mentions that the screen and or audio buffers quite a bit today. I'm watching it on my iPad, and it just seems to like stop. So unless they've like gotten like a new advertising thing where they're bugging you every 5 seconds,
I don't know.
It literally looks like the stream is.
I don't have any errors. Like, you know, like if.
No, it may be on YouTube's end. I'm not doubting your intent. I'm thinking that for whatever reason they may have some kind of
Yeah, I have
hosting
seen more
problem.
videos that kind of seem to randomly stop.
Right. It just
Lately.
seems to
What
quit,
about
and I'm sitting here trying to
maybe
watch
try
this.
Twitch? We are on Twitch.
Yeah. No, I'm just wondering if for whatever reason what could be causing it.
Oh no. I don't have any stim packs.
Yeah, I know. But
You
that
should've
was
eaten.
that was just a little too low, and it's worse because like this is the most dangerous area of the map. Like this is really ridiculous.
Oh,
And
totally. Well,
I don't
see, that's
remember the enemies
when
that
you
are
were
in the
going
vault
in-
either, or if it's just a story only vault and there's nothing to fight. I don't remember.
Yeah, when you were going in, I was like, wait a minute, what's your health on all your characters and your limbs and whatnot and everything? Because I wanted you to load up before you went in, and you just said, no, let's just go.
Well, you know, we're very close to Oasis.
Oh, that would be safe, yeah. And the other thing is that like as much as I like the immersiveness of no fast travel, like I'm not gonna hold to that. So like if we get up here and then I need to fast travel back to Megaton to buy some stuff and heal up, I will absolutely do that.
Nope. And like I said, we're not here to prove our Uber game abilities
No.
here. We're here to get shit done.
If the Fallout TV show can fast travel, we can fast travel.
They
Damn
do
straight.
seem to do that, don't they?
They would have to.
They would have to. I mean, they don't spend 18 hours walking from point A to point B, and we get to
Exactly,
see every
yeah.
second of it.
The show would be 10 times more boring if they did. So they got a hit
the
on their
last
hands. They
show
don't want to
that-
screw it up with a lot of walking.
The last show that I think played everything in real time that I watched was the Idris Elba Hijack show.
I think mine would have to be
That's
24.
like
All right, so 24, that all took place over the course of an hour, right?
No, that 24 hours.
Oh, 24 hours. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, right, that's why it's called.
There was a whole season that was supposed to take place over 24 hours, which I never
Wait,
understood
hold on. You're
why
you're
there were
telling
never
me
any bathroom
22
breaks.
episodes for a whole season
20
took the
24.
place in one day?
No, 24 hours. 24 hours for an entire season was one day. Yes. That was the gimmick.
So each episode is 1 hour.
Correct. It was supposed to be. But there were
Doesn't
commercial
he kill, like,
breaks,
10
which means
guys
that
an
when
episode?
Huh?
Doesn't he kill like 10 guys an episode? Is Kiefer Sutherland the most deadly man in the world?
That was the idea, yeah.
No.
It was the Bush years. Yeah, they were killing left and right. So the thing, is that, and people don't quite take into account,
Does
is
he go to
that...
the bathroom?
Well, there's your thing. We never,
Always.
not once does anybody use the toilet. But the thing is that...
Maybe that's why there's only 22 hours.
well, no,
Is this
the commercial
Oasis?
breaks. Every time the commercial break happened, they had to account for the time that they were away, and they did on the clock. But that was something that the audience was not privy to. But literally during the entire show, not
Yeah.
one person friggin' used the can ever.
All right. We're not gonna do this quest, or I don't think, 'cause it's gonna take too much time. But this is a unique location.
Outsider,
So the
you
lesson-
have arrived. Please come closer. I have something of the
Why are you
utmost
covered in
urgency to
twigs?
speak to you about.
All right, so here's something else
Do
weird.
hurry.
There's a
I would
reason.
like to be
That
kept
is like
waiting.
the same outfit that the cultists wear in Fallout 76.
See, they're recycling assets.
So
I knew
glad
it.
Yeah.
you're here. It's been a while since anyone's visited us. And
I
he's
can't
been
imagine
waiting for
why.
Someone like yourself to arrive.
I think
If
maybe
you
we
wouldn't
say
mind
hi,
following me, I'll
take a
bring you
look.
Well,
right
for
to
fan-
him.
and then,
Well, for fans of the host,
yeah, go back.
Notice how this guy's eyelids
And for fa-
are blinking through his eyebrows,
Ah.
which I'm sure is a problem of the mods.
You just say
What are
normal.
you talking
You'd
about?
go say unplayable, uninstall. What do you mean normal?
I'm Tree Father Bird.
well, for fans of the
and I
first
have
two
the
Fallout
great
games, this
fortune of
quest
being
was
leader
a
of this
treat.
people, the Tree Minders. Beyond that gate is our home, Oasis.
Bring it on, Tree Daddy.
Yes, we're the Tree Minders. We're his people. If you'll just
And Zale
follow
says,
me
"These are the knights who say,
inside
"Nee."
to the pavilion, all will be
Yeah,
explained.
yeah, kind of have that.
Let's bring us a
I'll look through.
shrubbery.
Please follow me.
We'll
Now, Narc,
we'll
you
go
don't
in.
have
I'll
any-
explain soon.
We'll go in long enough to say hi to Harold.
You don't have any
Rejoice.
flammable items on you, do
Everyone
you?
wishes to see you.
I don't know you.
So,
Let's
Narc,
see.
Is
Oh,
the
man.
mod like only for young female models to look like?
Whoa,
Look
wait a minute.
okay?
We're in a forest now. What is this?
Yeah.
shit?
This
This
cult
is
is giving me a
Oasis.
flashback to a cult.
I'm not a fan of cults, so if this
No,
is
this
culty, I'm going to be upset.
This is fine.
It is a cult.
This is absolutely fine.
There is
Ugh.
they're a less threatening cult than most of the ones in this game.
Yeah, these
We're
guys
very
are
pleased to
very
see you,
much is like a
outsider.
hippie commune.
Like the Great One himself. We welcome you.
Yeah, until they stick you in a wicker
They're
Yeah.
man.
like the Raelians, you know, like just really nice guys.
Until they set you on fire.
You have no idea how overjoyed
Oh, no.
I am to see you.
Let's put it this way:
You never set me on
the
fire.
the people who make mods that change or quote unquote improve the models and facial textures for characters in these games, let's just say their predilections and their interests lean more towards the young female characters in these games. They want the old guys like this to look even older, even more furrowed, even more wrinkled, and they want the women like that other character to look like they've been airbrushed within an inch of their life.
Wow, super pervy. Gross.
Yes.
I mean, not super pervy.
No super funk.
No
The fact that
super
there's
pervy.
worse doesn't mean it make it less pervy.
Yeah,
I was gonna
sorry.
say the super pervy ones would be all the nude mods.
You can't adjust it
Yeah.
on a bell curve there. Sorry.
I think you can. It's just normal pervy.
Yeah, and totally not pervy for me to ask, hey, where do you plug stuff in?
We no longer use devices like that. We
Phrasing.
cast our technology away many years ago.
All of our
Everything
autoerotic
around
stimulation is
you, from
manual.
the tallest tree to the smallest blade of grass is a gift from him.
Oh man. Yeah,
This reminds
is-
me of that line from Rick and Morty. You were saying, "Get me out of here! I just masturbated to a curvy part of a tree."
He's no mere god, my friend. He is the one
Mere
who
god.
grows. He is the one who gives. And he is the one who guides. Thanks to him.
He
The
also
Tree
ran
Minders have
a
a home.
nuclear power plant. What the heck are you talking about freeing yourself of technology?
You gotta do that speech check.
No,
Tree
try it.
minders. I'm not thrilled with this phrase.
I understand
no.
your hesitation, but I can assure you that no harm will befall you.
I like that
All right, that's
his
okay.
torso is rock solid,
I think
but
you're
his
all a
legs
bunch of
move
bloody
around.
loonies.
Yeah, can I get out of Lothlorien here?
I don't expect you to understand everything you see here.
Not till we say hi to Gladriel.
No, you carry the taint of technology upon you.
Oh my God, we've got a
Phrasing.
we've got a techno taint.
And
Yeah.
embrace nature. All
Oh, man.
technology has brought
So many
us
memories.
is
Another
violence
good
and
name
death.
for a band.
Listen, my friend. I will forgive your insolent tone because he has asked to see you.
Thanks very much.
But make no mistake. If you wish to cause trouble here, we have the means to defend ourselves.
Okay, so what was all this about me?
You gotta-
Tell
Yes.
gesture
She's gonna
us
poke me
to
with a
death.
especially
I
sharp
don't
stick.
speak to outsiders very often, and I tend to get lost in conversation.
Oh, they're all named
As you
after
approached
trees.
Oasis, he said
Yes,
you were coming,
maple,
and I was set out
birch.
to meet you personally.
I
with a
either
request.
never noticed it or
He
forgot.
wishes to meet with you. Yes, person. To meet him, you must
You
undergo
know,
the
man,
ceremony
woman,
of
camera,
purification.
TV, person.
Once that's complete, you'll be able to speak to him.
They were
Whenever
amazed,
you're ready,
absolutely
you may
amazed.
begin.
How could you do that?
I don't want to meet Poison Ivy.
Can't we skip all this
I'm
nonsense?
afraid not. No one gets to see him without first drinking the sap from the basin here in the pavilion.
It's like the ayahuasca.
I knew this was gonna get pervy.
Yeah.
The mind and body of anything harmful
I
that could
don't
possibly
think
hurt him.
I don't think they do a drug trip here though. They obviously they do in Point Lookout, but I think this is
I don't
basically
recall
just
that.
like they just knock you out and they wake you up in a different location.
Why do I
Okay,
get the
let's
feeling
do it.
he's gonna take out a 2x4 with a knothole in it and slick his pee-pee through?
Let's begin.
I'm just hoping I can get a bed I can heal in on this, basically.
You're gonna lie
yes,
down
so,
one way
Laurel,
and gonna wake up Treebeard.
Cypress, linden, yew,
Hey, where's Groot?
poplar.
Please, drink
So, yeah.
the sap from the basin.
Maybe they're gonna hand you a laurel and hearty
What's wrong?
handshake.
Why are you leaving?
I'm not leaving.
Then
Okay.
I want a mod where I can reply to every word he says with "I am Groot."
Oh, you're gonna. That's gonna seem even more appropriate after we get where we're going.
any harm
See, I knew it.
may be carrying before he proceeds to the grove.
I bid you depart, agents of destruction, through the power of his divine will.
Leave our homes.
Yeah, show me the marijuana patch.
Live no longer in them, but pass over into places where you can harm no one.
In the name
Not
of his
marijuana,
front
it's
essence,
mushrooms
I call
growing
his
on
wrath
Brahmin
upon
dung.
you, so that
Either
wherever
one.
you may go,
Oh,
you
his
bear it
front
with you.
essence.
And
That's very good.
diminishing from day to day, you may disappear, except where
If I
your
joined this
spirit
cult, I
lives.
would request the long
For
pants and the long
purposes of
sleeves.
mankind, may no trace of you be found.
Now, I think I want to dress like Rey
May
from
he
the
be so good as to grant
from
us,
the Force
who is
Awakens.
to come to judge the living and the dead, and the world by his verdure.
Amen.
Okay.
What's you doing with those gloves?
You will pass peacefully into sleep, outsider. And when you awake, you will witness his glory firsthand.
I guess short pants
Neat.
could
Is
just be
that gonna
shorts.
refill me to full health? Because that would be cool.
What if it gives you no health?
No,
Zale
I
Manic
think
says,
it doesn't.
I mean, I
Damn
love
it,
Pai
it
Mei
didn't.
Tree Father Birch.
But we might have clean, non-irradiated
Rats.
water. Oh no, it does have rats.
5 rats.
Damn.
It's still radiated. So much for your tree huggers.
Yeah.
Zale says,
Damn.
man,
All
it's
right.
going to be great when I get my playthrough.
I do feel like there's a bed in here.
Zale says, my character, from the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh.
Oh, is this that guy you were telling me about, Jail?
Yep. This is him.
This is Harold.
This is Treebeard. Hello, Treebeard.
Glad to see you're finally awake.
Hey,
I
finally
can't
awake.
believe they made you do that stupid ceremony.
It's your fault. Worshiping a
They
friggin'
want
tree
that
mutant.
I talk, but they don't hear. You know what I mean?
Well, you are a tree. They don't have to do anything. It's not like you can stop them.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
pretty
it's
amazed
really,
at how-
it's really not his fault. Like they basically made him a figurehead, and they do whatever.
Oh,
they
totally.
occurs
Yeah,
to
they
them.
they know it too. Because they're a cult.
Neither have I. Well, I mean, I talked to Herbert, but he never really.
So he is like
said
Galadriel and
anything
Herbert's Celeborn.
back.
No, he's lying to you, Funk.
He kept growing around me. Maybe for calling him Herbert all the time. His name's really Bob. I think it's funny when I call him Herbert, though.
I do credit the
Well,
designers
I
of
suppose you could
this
look at
depiction
it
being
that
so
way.
close to what Harold looked like in the first two
Yes,
titles.
he's instantly
Bob
recognizable.
used to ride around on top of my head, sunk his roots right in there, you know. Well,
No, I don't.
eventually, he got bigger than me, and then I pretty much ended up inside.
Yeah, so like we're not gonna see it because we're not gonna do this mission, but like underneath here is a cave where a bunch of migrated and enlarged versions of Harold's internal organs are connected by a root system, and his presence here is like why there are all the trees where everything is growing. He's supposed to be like a human Gek, like his mutant tree is terraforming the area around where he's rooted in.
Great.
Well, not great for him.
It is great.
It was a long time ago. I tend to lose track. I was exploring some sort of a military base with some other people. I think it was called Mariposa.
And this is the climactic location of Fallout 1.
We were pretty
And the
deep
people he was
inside,
with,
and
one
we
of them
found
was
some
Richard Gray.
Weird vats of this nasty
Good actor,
green
liked him in Pretty Women.
goo.
Which is FEV.
Right when we were about to leave,
There's that phone again.
Funk.
we were attacked. Yeah. Last thing I remember before blacking out was something knocking my friend into the stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here to help. Which is gonna sound even worse once you find out what he wants.
You have no idea how glad I am to hear that. Or we're glad to hear that. Me and Bob. I had you brought in here to ask a very simple favor.
You want me to feed you that little girl? Sure, hold on a second.
Kill me.
Oh, well, let's just shoot him.
Oh, no. It wouldn't be murder. You'd be doing me a favor. You see, I've been stuck here for over 2 decades now, rooted right into the ground. The only friends I've got are Bob and those weirdos out there who think I'm a god.
All right, well, how do you kill a tree?
How to put this?
Roundup.
I've been feeling rather spread out lately. I think Bob's kinda shoved my insides around some. It's hard to tell where everything is, but it's always that way with one's insides, isn't it? Anyway, I believe Bob's carried some of my organs into his root system. I want you to go underground and destroy my heart.
It seems like those people out there aren't gonna like me if I do that.
Oh, no, don't worry about them. When you decide to go down there, I'll have a little chat with Birch and the rest of the gang. They
Before or after I do it?
Don't understand a word I say, but I'll make them come around.
You can literally shake the tree down for money.
Where would he hold it?
Like, where's he keeping his
money
caps?
would he have?
Okay.
Yeah, well, cough up some caps. Ask him.
Oh, of course. I know this is an unusual request, but hey, I'm an unusual tree, huh? Well, Bob is. Anyway, we'll just keep it an open invitation then. I don't want to wait until the next person visits. It could be years. You're all I've got.
It's not unusual to be a giant tree. Okay.
It's not easy being green.
You better call him Tree.
No. Herbert is the tree. Bob is his real name, but I call him Herbert because I think it's pretty funny.
He hasn't told us his name yet.
But I'm still in here too. What's left of me? The name.
So why can't we just stick a grenade in his mouth?
Okay.
Presumably
We're not
his
gonna
brain is
kill
behind his
Bob.
eyes, right?
We're not going to do the whole conversation, but he also has a thing that basically says like, okay, fine, if you agree to do it, you can do anything you want. Go and kill my heart, but don't kill me with fire. And the game will absolutely let you just take a flamer to him right here. And it does give you a karma hit for doing that, obviously.
Well, see, that's
A
the
big
thing,
one.
because it's like the only way I could think to kill him would be to set him on fire, which would be absolutely hideous and agonizing.
Where
So
are we?
why
on
can't you
karma,
just
by the
blow his
way?
head off with a grenade?
Oh, who cares?
Because that might kill Bob as well.
And we
Oh.
care why?
Well, Bob's
Tree-
a good guy. Harold is the only person who wants to die. He wants Bob to be okay.
Right, but blowing
where
his head
is-
off is a very small part of Bob.
It could still damage Bob.
Trees are more fragile than you give them credit for.
Maybe,
Well,
Where's
look,
the
the thing
damn-
is, Harold
but
has
you have
a
me
solution.
confused with someone who
Harold's like,
shivs a
"Just
git.
find my heart and stab it, and then Bob's gonna be fine. You're good to go. Now, When I was
Personally, I don't-
playing this game, I was playing it with my friend Ian at his house because he had the Xbox 360 at that time and mine had red ringed. So I'd go over to his house every
thank
day and
God.
we were playing it together. And when found Oasis, he was like, "Oh my God, that's Harold."
How many
And he was like,
360s did you go
the
through?
guy from Fallout 1. And I was, whatever. I don't remember that. And then, it's a really bad memory of those games. And he was so upset when I killed Harold that he wouldn't let me play Fallout 3 at his house anymore, and I had to go get a new Xbox 360.
You know what?
I would have done the same
Yeah,
thing.
you know what? I can't. I don't really feel I can blame him for that. Really.
Well, wait a minute. Did you delete his other saves, or is there only one? Or
No, like he wasn't. He was not the main player of the game. So we would play.
Place is wonderful.
He really liked Fallout
isn't it?
Tactics and Fallout 2. He really liked that type of, isometric game, or I guess Tactics is like a very small RTS type game, kind of like Myth, I guess. He really liked that type of stuff, and he found out he didn't like how Fallout 3 worked. Just didn't like the first-person thing, but he still wanted to see the game, and he knew I would like it. So, yeah, I was basically the main player.
but conceptually he didn't like what you did.
No, he didn't like me killing Harold, no.
One person I know who
Also
loves
didn't like that I blew
RPGs
up
thought that
Megaton.
killing him was the only
Well,
thing
I
you
mean-
could do. And I was like, no.
Where is Oasis
Narc,
on the damn map? I'm trying
there
to
some-
find out where I am so I can see which way I need to go to get where I want.
Oh,
I think you basically just go due east.
the thing is, there is any major thematic benefit to convincing him to live?
Yes.
You can convince him to live?
Yes.
Apparently.
What
thought
they're
you were
suggesting is
stopping
that
to kill him.
his presence is terraforming the region, and so if he can stick out the suffering of continuing to live, then that will be good for the people who live around here, and you can convince him to do that.
Right, but
that's
in my
not-
mind, that's
Oh,
sicker
I
than
thought that
killing
was
him.
I thought that was the
Right.
point of killing him, but not Bob.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, one of the side effects of persuading him to live on and the benefit of what he'll do is that actually gives him motivation to want to live. So it's not like he's disappointed that you didn't kill him. It's like, oh, that actually doesn't seem so bad after all.
Nah, it's just,
I've hit the edge of the map. What's going on here?
He's
Oh
a
no, I've hit
little
the
too
northern edge of
whimsical
the map.
when it comes to his own existence.
You hit the Canadian border? Wait,
Yeah,
or
sort
the,
of.
the Pennsylvania,
Virginia.
Pennsylvania border. Sorry, I was wrong. Washington.
Oh, this map really must be big.
Because another element that
I didn't really know
happens
where it
is
was.
when you actually try to do the quest, you have two people from the cult. One tries to persuade you to make sure Harold's gift of the forest doesn't spread beyond where they are, and another tries to persuade you to enhance Harold's heart so that it does spread beyond where they are.
Oh yeah, can't you bring a Gek or something over there?
Unfortunately, a Gek is not
No.
involved in this quest.
I
line.
think
One of
one
my-
of them just gives you like an herbal thing to get down and say instead of hurting him down there, pour this herb on it and it'll like supercharge his roots or something like that.
That might
Is it
be-
weird that every time you say Gek, all I can think of is the Gek from No Man's Sky?
It is, because I didn't
that's-
play that stupid game.
Well, that's what I mean. You know, it's like we play it very rarely, but at the same time, I don't
Oh,
play Fallout
yeah,
4
no.
at all. So
See, I always see it in my head as GECK, so I don't confuse it with the GEK.
oh,
Gek,
okay. Yeah.
but
See, for me, it's
that's
just the
right.
sound.
The GECK Gek is the Garden of Eden creation kit. If you haven't been paying attention,
So what we need is a ghost and a scorpion and a warthog and
Well,
all
yeah.
all the recycled names we're going to use a million times over and over again in every Bungie game ever.
The idea of the Gek is almost like an Elder Scroll in that it does whatever the designers feel like it's supposed to do in that game.
Oh, you mean
But
like the
ostensibly it's supposed
MacGuffin?
to help you do fine in the wasteland. It's supposed to help people survive. But then they also call their modding tools the
Yes.
Gek.
How
the
many
universal
places
duct
have you
tape.
used the Guardian creation kit before Fallout 3, Funk?
Wasn't it? It was in one of the other Fallouts. 2.
Yes.
Because the one was water chip. 2 was the Gek.
Ark, use your
No,
jetpack. Get over the rocks.
Vault 15 residents use the Gek to form Shady Sands. Another vault used it
we
to
know how
create
that
Vault
turned out.
City. And Arroyo, the descendants of Vault 13, used it to form their city as well.
Oh, so they use it a lot.
Yeah,
Right.
Deca says you can't go any further north unless you go to the pit.
No, I'm trying to go east, but this rock formation wants to force me north before I can go, and I didn't want to have to go around
don't
this
wanna
thing
do
from the
that.
other side, but it won't let me. I have to go.
Enter.
Yeah, this basically is the outer barrier of Oasis, so it's making me walk all the way around the other side to get where I instead of letting me sneak by it. But okay.
Deca says the Gek is the half Elder Scroll, half Genesis device from Star Trek. No, I know what he means.
Yeah.
We saw it before in the other games. It's just that referentially, whenever he says the name, I think of the short little guys and whatnot from the game that we're always playing,
Now,
as opposed to
It's
the
funny you should.
Wonder device from the game I never play.
Right.
It's interesting that he mentions that this is a Genesis-like device because in Fallout 2, you never actually use the Gek, or at least it's used on screen. You only hear that it's used and it improves things. But in this game, especially if you drink up a lot of rad resistance, go into the vault and actually use the Gek instead of picking it up, it is like the Genesis device in that it destroys.
It just ends. That's a
whatever's
game
around it.
over, right? Though I mean, if I remember correctly,
Yeah, it's a game over.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, here's my question. If the Gek is so awesome, why don't we just make a bunch of these things and then drop them in all the places that we initially dropped all the bombs?
Lore-wise, they
Be-
basically did. Every vault had one.
No, most vaults don't have one. Only
yeah.
control vaults house that can contain people with Vault Deck. In other words, like Vault Deck's plan is to come out, and the vaults they want to have survive are going to be the ones that survived, and they had Gex, and most don't.
And another thing to remember is this is Vault 13 was not supposed to have a Gek either, but they accidentally received Vault City's spare Gek because they got a shipment order wrong, and because Vault 13 was supposed to get shipments of over 300 water chips.
Oh crap!
I'm not kidding.
Wow.
And yeah, if
Oh,
you
is
go
this
to
town?
Vault City,
Oh, screw you guys! Screw you
Oh,
guys!
he's in trouble now. Run
if you
for
go
your
to Vault
life.
City and into the vault, you can actually pick up all 300 of the vault chips that were meant for Vault 13.
Well, okay, so which company made the Gek?
Vault Deck.
Vault-Tec.
Voltec. Okay, so why couldn't they just make a lot more of them?
I don't know.
They chose not to. I mean, like they're
Well, that's just it. I mean,
controlling
what-
the access to
What was
them.
the
That's
dick
their-
move there?
Yeah.
Well, why
not-
aren't
well,
we
no-
all
well-
driving to work in our F-35s?
Well, the
I've
other thing
never
I
understood
consider
that.
when it comes to the Gek
Boy,
is that the revitalizing and colonizing the Earth is not the end game.
Well, I thought it was the
It
space
might
travel-y thing. It just seems to
Yeah,
me
the
that for even the goals that they're looking for, a non-destroyed world would be better than a destroyed one.
you're
Well,
Oh, come on.
another factor
Three
is
misses.
the
That
Geks
range
may
is
make-
death.
The Geks may make things more hospitable, but they don't generate new resources that may be vital.
Right,
And that's
but
what
every
the
little
world
bit
is
helps,
pretty
is my
much
I
point.
can't believe we survived this. They did not send the good guys. These are the new recruits.
Well, the Talon group are literally not good guys.
No,
They're
but I mean,
bad
like,
guys.
They didn't even send private first class. Like these are guys from boot camp who just learned how to use the gun.
I am on normal difficulty. So if you say
we
like,
need
oh
to
my god,
change
you
that.
should be dead, it's like, yeah, I should be.
Well, I
Totally.
play on very easy, and I still die by these guys.
Okay,
I
Temptation
definitely play
11.
Fallout 3 and New Vegas, which I don't replay that often, but I've done it 3 or 4 times. I definitely play them on very easy and just plow through everybody. I play Fallout 4 on normal because the game is fundamentally better. It's actually
No,
fun to shoot
it's
people in
best
Fallout 4.
on survival.
Deca says, you were trying to fire through a rock. Because of the
Probably.
glitch, you can't.
I think the
yeah.
best implementation of survival that I've seen so far is Fallout 76, where
No,
it's basically
survival in Fallout 6 is broken. I mean, like, it literally doesn't work.
That's why it's great. That's right.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he's saying it's great.
It's like optional. You can
No, it's the
role-play
worst.
survival.
It's not optional. It's like you still have to do it, but it's just annoying and doesn't mean anything. And you never have to make a choice. It's just that, oh yeah,
Right.
the meter went down. I have to babysit the meter.
Yeah, just like the prequels.
If the meter goes all the way down, you're fine.
Yes, keep in mind, this is a man who loves the prequels, so that'll give you an indicator.
Oh, there's
Hey, are you
nothing
gonna go
wrong
see
with
the
that.
Phantom
Prequels are
Menace
awesome.
That is
this
a
weekend?
lot of
No, they weren't.
that is a lot of jerk offs.
Oh, that's why none of them are wearing a full set of clothes.
Now, is there
This
a
is,
mod where you can dress up
post-apocalypse.
these
This
people
is
to
a
make them a
full
little
set
bit more
clothes for 'em.
distinguished? Could you like make them like Star Trek fans and Babylon 5 fans and you know what I mean?
Imagine, oh my god, that would be so
Can you
good.
imagine the
Someone
Comic-Con
should
mod?
do
That would be the
that
best.
mod where they change all the factions to different sci-fi
Yeah.
fan groups arguing with each other.
I think the
That
Comic-Con
would
mod
be
would be the
hilarious.
best for these games, honestly. That would be awesome. You could have the Star Trek
That's
on one
tough.
side, Star Wars over here, Babylon 5,
I would
Space
say the
1999.
Institute is the closest to
Buck
Star
Rogers.
Trek that the outfits could ever look.
Right. But I'm just saying that, I mean, literally, all the sci-fi Comic-Con groups that you could possibly want,
Oh, this is gonna
give them
hurt.
those
This
fashions.
is gonna hurt.
Shit, it worked. There's one
Now,
guy alive down there.
That having
but he
been
ain't got no
said,
legs.
yeah, I think there might have been one civvy down there, or maybe they were just hazing one of their own or something. I forget exactly what the situation
flip your
was.
scorpion tank across the cliff. It literally looks that exact same section in Assault in the Control Room.
And I think Assault in the Control Room is the first game. No, it wasn't Assault in the Control Room. Two Betrayals was the first time in a game where I really felt like I wasn't the most important thing going on.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why it's great. Oh,
Yeah.
these mines didn't go off at all. Oh, it's gonna look great. I still
you
have
get
them.
to recover them.
Yep.
Yeah, Deca says it's karma loss for killing civvy/slaves. That's not funny. Ruth, I was a slave.
But that's a raider.
I
That's a
love that one.
raider.
I say that
He's
even
not
when
even a
people don't
normal
even
raider. He's a sadist raider.
As opposed to...
I would like to see the raider masochist. Like
This is also a dead end, so I still have to
don't
keep
hurt
going
me.
around.
Oh.
See, this is
being
where the
totally
jetpack
defeated,
comes
I
into
must
play.
say.
Is there a fast travel option we could be
Yes.
using?
You can only fast travel to locations you've already been to, so that's how I was able to. Oh, I could just bop back to Oasis instead of having to walk all the way back and start from there. We could go back
Right,
to
but I'm just saying
Megaton
we could've-
anytime, but that doesn't
Right,
help
we
us
could've
get
done
where
this
we
off cam,
want to
though.
get. No, because you have to, before you can get credit for doing any of this, you really should talk to Agatha. So that's why we started there instead of where we left off.
Yeah, I assume the dialogue options would have changed, though.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This game is pretty good about, like, you find somebody and they're like, yeah, I lost my Stradivarius, and you say, oh, I've got that. And they're like, oh, all right, well,
He says he's already
thanks.
got one.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it's
Right,
very
pretty much,
nice.
yeah.
Says he's already got one. How did he get a Stradivarius?
Yeah, like you can't. I just find it less satisfying to do that much out of order, and that's what speedrunners do all the time. Where they're just you grab everything that everybody wants before you've ever spoken to them, and they like tell you their life story about how they want this thing, and you're like, "Yep, I know.
And
Here it
then
is."
just hand it over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go. Well, see, again,
I
their
do
their
that
focus is different.
Like, 'cause sometimes there's certain parts, it's really bad in Fallout 4 where there are like 8 quests that send you to the same place. I definitely grab all that stuff all in one. I'm not clearing a library full of super mutants twice.
Well, not only that, but I mean, you'd be literally carrying an
that's
entire
another-
U-Haul full of junk.
That's another good reason to play survival, because the respawn rate is so drastically reduced.
Actually-
all right, watch Snark die.
Oh no!
I know. I was
God.
waiting for him to get stuck in this
That
tree. I
was-
totally
I
think he's
think
gonna
I
get
actually-
stuck.
I might be stuck in the tree.
I did. Yes, I called it. I
Nice.
called it, ladies and germs. He's gonna get stuck in the tree.
Well, we've got a new oasis ready to start happening.
Oh my god. Well, you know what? To
with
be
the
honest,
center.
Damn it.
for those like speed running completionists who do grab every item in the game, I think it would be really
Okay.
interesting if there was a way that you could give people the wrong item and completely change the outcome of the game while doing it. So instead of the Stradivarius, you give her the snow globe. You know, instead of the people want the snow globe,
Chupa.
you give them a comic book. You know, something that completely sets the entire game off its axis, and suddenly some different, completely inane, total different result happens. I think that would be awesome.
I'm just trying to bring
Hey,
up the
Funk,
console.
I got
and
bad news.
Get out of this.
I knew it as soon as he jumped. It's like, oh my god, he's gonna
Well,
get
so is
stuck.
Harold.
Oh yeah, what if is Harold copping you a feel right now? Is he poking you in the taint? What?
He does have the tech taint.
He mentioned it before by name. Caps lock is now off.
Oh, I know what it is. This game locks out all the Fallouts do this. They lock out your mouse and keyboard to prevent inadvertent input if you have a controller selected. So I can't even like do stuff like access the console.
Fallout 4 doesn't do that. I can access the console whenever I want.
DLC collision.
Absolutely.
Well, I don't play with controllers on these types of games on PCs, so
I mean, that's a mistake. I think
Oh, there you go.
on Fallout 3 and New Vegas, they are better with mouse and keyboard because the guns suck.
Well,
if you're
I
actually
think it's
shooting.
a
But if you're
precision
using
thing.
VATS, I think it's really if you're using VATS, the controller's much better. But a lot of people weirdly don't use VATS. that
Weirdly
much
are
in
like,
games.
no, I want to use this game to prove I am good at aiming a thing, so I won't use VATS because that's to the aiming for me. It's like, to me, this game is a collection of decisions.
there-
It's got nothing to do with aiming anything.
Oh yeah.
We're a species that
Not a
will
fan of aiming.
argue anything. We argue RGB colored lights in computers. We argue
Oh no.
Coke versus Pepsi,
F
Ford
off.
versus Chevy,
F
red
the heck
versus
off.
blue. We'll argue about anything.
Oh yeah, that's not fun. I wonder if that's what stung me the other night.
A scorpion?
Red
I don't know.
scorpion.
You were talking about them in your bed the other day, and that scared the crap out of me.
Oh yeah, I mean the regular kind, not the radioactive kind.
Either
I think
kind.
I bring it up sometimes, but the biggest culture shock for me when I moved to Arizona was the fact that everyone's got a black light in their garage so they can check so they don't step on scorpions.
Oh no.
Oh
I
man.
think the Hawaiian
To be
scorpion's
honest,
dangerous.
if I was in there, I would have black lights as like floodlights on my yard to see them coming from a distance.
I think I would just never sleep again. I think is the answer to that. I mean, like that'd be it. That's over.
You know what else is pretty gross out there? And it's crazy to think that there are places that are more gross than Arizona. But
Some
there's
blood
like these
flies
Palo
over there.
Verde beetles. So there's these trees all over. They're not very big trees called Palo Verde
I gotta look
trees.
these up now.
And just a couple times, I was going to say a couple times a year, but I guess really for more like a month or year, they're covered with these gigantic, like 3-inch long beetles, and they swarm all over you. And then sometimes there's plagues of locusts.
Oh, okay. I've seen these things. Yeah. Okay. We have smaller versions of these. Yeah, they
No
call
way.
them the monsoon bug. Yeah. I don't know. Those aren't so bad.
Oh no, they're fucking gross. And there's gigantic cockroaches.
Cockroaches don't even bother. It's not like they have stings or anything, so it's like...
No, they're just icky because they're huge. Look, little cockroaches, that's just like to me, that's like an ant. I don't care. But when
to be honest, little cockroaches would scare me more simply because A, there'll be more of them, and B, they get in tiny little holes and they can get in your food easier, and the smaller ones would bug me more than the bigger ones. The bigger ones I wouldn't care.
Oh no. And then, you live somewhere like Leah over there in Hawaii. Who knew? There's probably bugs everywhere. There's bugs in your shoes. There's bugs in your pants.
Well, yeah, but
you're in the effing jungle,
except for the centipedes. The centipedes are nasty.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, centipede. Yeah, that's.
It's absolutely not. Sink that island. Just get rid of it.
You know what? I'm not child opposed.
Hey, to be honest, I think the giant hornets of Japan, I think, are probably the absolute worst. Those I would definitely put as my number one.
Never seen them, and I'm not looking it up.
Oh, you don't want to. You do not want to. I scared the crap out of KP once looking those things up.
Tekka says people keep them as pets.
What? Hornets? Centipedes?
Either one is a pretty scary prospect if you ask me.
Well, Japanese are big about collecting beetles and insects. They're big and popular with those.
No.
But those are literally insects that can physically kill you.
Oh, that's not.
Yeah, there's sting on the what's it the shit? What's the pain index?
The centipedes we have only killed children, but still.
Centipedes can kill children?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Now I like them less.
The Schmidt sting pain index. Yeah, on the Schmidt index, let's see, what are the top ones? Level 4 is the highest. That includes bullet ants. The tarantula hawk, yeah, those are up there as a 4. Blinding fierce and shockingly electric. That's how he describes the pain. Warrior wasp is described as torture.
Minutes to go like 75 feet.
Wow. The warrior wasp, he says, is described as torture. It goes, it feels like you were changed to the flow of an active volcano. Let's see if I can get a listing. Yeah, pain level 1 would be like fire ants, twig ant, western paper wasp, and, most small bees. That would be a pain level 1.
Okay, I know that pain.
Pain level 2 would be like yellow jackets, the Asiatic one, honeybees, the trapjaw ant, bald-faced hornet. I've had those. Termite raiding ant, I guess, has a pain level of 2.
That must be a huge-ass ant.
Yeah, yellow jacket sting described as being hot and smoky, the most irreverent. Yeah, I've had those before.
Hot and smoky, that's not how I would describe a yellow jacket sting.
Apparently W.C. Fields called it like extinguishing a cigar on your tongue, so I guess that's where that came from.
Well, he'd know, right?
Pain level 3 include red paper wasps, the Klug's velvet ant. It's a wingless wasp, not really a true ant. Giant bullet ant and harvester ant.
Oh, good.
He describes the pain after 8 unrelenting hours of drilling into that ingrown toenail. You find the drill wedged into the toe. That's what that feels like.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And pain level 4.
Rough. So I had to have an operation on an ingrown toenail once, and it was so bad I peed myself.
See, there you go. So pain level 4 is even higher than that.
Much info.
Yeah, he describes the pain level 4 sting as pure, intense, brilliant pain like walking over flaming charcoal with a 3-inch nail embedded in your heel. Bullet
that
ants
sound as bad as the pain I experienced.
Oh no,
with the ingrown toenail operation.
It's up there.
I would do that before. Like if you told me, then we're going to give you an ingrown toenail and then we're going to fix it, like they did last time, and then you also said, I got to walk 2 miles to Myers on burning charcoal, not even old charcoal, with nails in your feet, I would take that. Absolutely. I'm going to the grocery store and I got nails in my feet. No problem.
Well, the scorpion we have that I was thinking of, it's pretty much just like a bee sting. It's not a...
Yeah, it's not a lot. I'd just be worried more about having a reaction to it where it becomes lethal or a histamine response to it that's bad.
You can have that with anything.
The ones in Arizona, though, supposedly the thing is you'll feel sick for a little bit. It doesn't hurt that much.
Yeah, tarantula hawk wasp, blinding, fierce, shocking, and electric. It's basically like running a hairdryer has just been dropped into your bubble bath. That's how bad they say that is. Bullet ant, pure, intense, brilliant, like walking over flaming hot charcoal with a 3-inch nail embedded in your heel.
That's why I go to a pedicure.
Oh, the trapjaw ant. Wow. Instantaneous and excruciating. It feels like a rat trap snaps on your index fingernail.
So, here's the thing I don't get about this pain scale. Why is it entirely bug-based?
Because basically it's the Schmidt pain index scale for insects. That's what it's for. It was a rating
the first
system.
thing we have here is not an insect.
Yeah, it was done by Justin O. Smith. He was an entomologist at the Carl Hayden Bee Research Center in Arizona. So
he's just fucked up in the head. Got it. No problem. That's his thing. His thing is
he started a paper in '83 as a way to systemize and compare the properties of insect venoms.
Well, on Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew, Adam came up with a way of with a scheme of talking about BO, like a body odor unit, which he called a hobo power. And I think he said hobo power of 4 is if you fed a cat nothing but blue cheese for 2 weeks and it took a dump on a walk. But it was impressive because for a few years he'd have people call in and then he'd give them the hobo power number of whatever they were experiencing. And it actually helped occasionally when people would call in to Dr. Drew and then say, "Hey, look, this part of my body smells funny now," and then they would give a hobo power, and then Dr. Drew would be like, "Oh, okay, it's this." I don't know if it actually helped, but it certainly in the lore of the show it worked.
Zale Manic says, dude, hated doing it, but he felt it was extremely important.
I bet he didn't hate it.
All right.
No way.
Well, he actually shot videos of all of these things, and he hated a lot of them.
Okay.
In fact, at the end of this and whatnot, he actually put the question mark as, why did I start this list?
Do you think that it was just like the university said, "Hey, look, man, publisher Parrish, you got to put some stuff out there," and he's like, "Geez, what's the?"
Oh no, he'd been working on this for a long time. In fact, if you want, you can check out his Wikipedia on this. I'm
gonna try to get close enough just to trigger the discovery.
What is this vault 91?
I'm looking for 92. We've gone past it a little bit because this is old only, which is full of death claws.
It's not a competition, Pam.
And I'm not doing that. I don't even have the dart gun. This is one of those things where it's like, if you don't have the dart gun, this is ridiculous, and if you have the dart gun, it's trivial.
Do you have any health stuff whatsoever?
No, and I'm going to fast travel to
here.
Megaton as soon as I've secured the discovery of this location so that I can come back without doing that walk again.
Can you save it someplace relatively out of line of fire? Because you are really close to getting killed here.
Yep.
One long shot and you're dead.
Well, Deathclaws don't have guns, so that's...
No, but
not in this game.
You don't know if there's a sniper around the bend somewhere.
They're not. The Deathclaws would have killed him. Might just want to. Do you still got that stealth boy? You might just want to stealth boy in and get the thing and get out.
Oh, he's right there. He's right there. He's running right at you. Oh, this AI. I do it. I do it.
Extremely dead.
Yeah.
Quick, go to the console.
Yep.
Oh, faceplant. And now he's gone. Well, we'd like to thanks everyone for tuning in. We certainly hope you enjoyed.
How long ago did you save?
If he didn't save except in the beginning of the game, I'd have laughed my head off.
Like, we don't have to go to old only.
No, and I don't have to stop and fight anything. I can just keep trying to run.
So,
honestly,
according to this,
according to the map,
you've got a map mod.
Yes.
It looks like Vault 92.
It should be like here, I think.
Yeah, like right there, right there. Yeah, it should be right there.
See, this is what happens when men don't.
Oh,
stop
the
for
dogs!
desperate
I forgot. See, that's why I went around that way. Was because of these dogs.
Because of the dogs.
And somehow.
Schmidt never had the guts to get a centipede bite himself, apparently.
Well, if you want to list all the things that he didn't stick into his own arm, I'm sure there's probably a lot.
I can't believe this mole rat's coming at you with his dogs.
But no, the venom type he was looking for and whatnot is very specific. I don't know how centipedes relate, because he didn't do tarantulas.
What are you talking about
he
here?
basically did wasps and ants, because I think they're all similar.
I guess so.
Oh, they pressed me up against the world barrier again here.
Yeah. Plus, I think spiders and or other ones have corrosive and destructive elements. So you know, necrotize the skin and whatnot. He didn't want to end up with permanent damage or losing limbs here. You know what I mean? So.
Right.
No, I have no health and no bullets. So it's a little bit problematic.
Flawless victory.
Well, at least the mole rat will have a lot of experience from that fight.
I know, right? At least he got to level up. Place a marker.
Still gotta go around the dogs.
So, is there like a mushroom mod where you can like turn this entire terrible landscape into like, you know, rotating RGB of, you know, rainbow puke? Because that could be fun.
That's what I wanted. Oh, well, this is not what I wanted.
Nope, fan right. Oh. They must have eaten them way too quickly.
Quick, open your lunchbox.
Oh my god, Dust Devil! A fart in the wind. Wow, who knew?
Am I up against the world barrier again here?
Probably.
No. Okay, and those are the flies.
For a second there, I thought the sign was an ice cream truck.
I know that is on only, so the entrance should be this way.
I'm gonna check the background at each and every vault.
I may see if
this
there's
one right here.
No, I want to see. I think there should be a command that can give me. It'll just give me the location. I think that's probably, if I can do that, that's probably what I want to do.
Giant bugs. did not know who he was messing with.
Oh, come on.
I mean, another solution would be to give yourself ammo.
I want to do the minimally invasive thing.
Can you hack mod some ammo in? Personally, I would hack mod some health in there just for shits and giggles.
I have a simpler solution.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it at all.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Joe.
Why don't we just put the settings to very easy?
Oh yeah.
I vote D, all of the above.
No, I mean, I don't know why we didn't think about that.
I did, but you know, every time I argue with Nox, like, you purists is like, no, we gotta do a super ultra, we're all gonna die level.
Okay, notice what that's doing. This thing didn't even react to me, and it's now just running away.
That's right. You better run.
There you go.
And you see, that's immersive. A bug is hurt, and it runs away from the thing that
I
hurt it.
didn't. Well, I didn't hurt that one.
Oh, I like that pinata hit you just got on that
There
guy.
you go.
I didn't expect that one to happen.
Actually, what would be really funny is if you could actually develop a skill, if you could practice picking up rocks and then using the bat to launch them, and that way you could actually turn that into a ranged weapon. I think that would be cool. Get old Babe Ruth on their ass.
Come on.
Low AP, low AP. Going into VATS does not replenish AP.
No, but if you come out of VATS and you're just short, you can get it back by just going in and out. Also, whether you have AP in VATS or not, while you're in VATS, not only does time slow, but the chance of any enemy hitting you goes down significantly.
So, how many Jeff Goldblums did you just kill?
All of them?
Yeah, how many was that?
Not even drunk
I don't know.
Jeff Goldblum?
4 or 5?
Nope.
I thought that Jeff Goldblums would be bigger and not exactly flying.
No, it
All right,
turns out.
all right,
you know,
let me see if I can
tall.
get the map location directly.
It's actually been flying the whole time.
Now, see, I want a mod where the bot flies actually quote Jeff Goldblum.
The bot flies actually quote Jeff Goldblum? Oh.
Yes, from the fly.
Okay.
No, from Independence Day. I would like to quote him in the
No,
wrong
no,
movie.
no, fly quotes only. Fly quotes only.
No, from playing the brother of the main character in The Prince of Egypt.
God. Or Jurassic Park
he
ones.
was there.
Flies find a way.
I think he had 2 lines in the movie The Right Stuff. I just wanted them to quote those.
Oh,
2.
yeah.
And I think at one point he barfed.
Actually, you know what would be really
It's
cool?
called Sputnik. We know. And the guy who does all the Simpsons voice, including Mr. Burns, is the one who says the movie's title. They think they got the right stuff.
Hey, you know, I forgot he was in that.
Really?
Yeah. He and Jeff Goldblum were the duo.
Yeah, I just spaced on it.
Okay, this is not exactly where I thought it was. I thought it was further north. But it's not. Oh, bloody heck.
Pop quiz. Jeff Goldblum received a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Guest Actor in a Comedy Series nomination. What comedy series?
You mean TV series?
Yes, because it was a
I have
Primetime
no
Emmy
idea.
Award.
To be honest, I was thinking of like
Do
what
you know
would
who Jeff Goldblum is? Because I don't. Can you help me with this?
what?
No?
Oh wow!
Not
There
every-
is a serious
everyone-
gap in your cinema history there if you're missing Jeff.
So, well, you've seen Jurassic
All right.
Park, correct?
So
Yes.
we've reached Vault 92.
Ian Malcolm.
Woohoo!
Yay.
And it's break time.
It's
Should we
just
take
I
break?
expected.
Oh, yeah,
a
actually, I do need
hole
to
in
take
the
a
ground.
break.
Okay.
We made it.
All right. So for those of you still tuned in and watching, you're watching the Rampancy.net playthrough of the Vault Tech Mysteries. We're going to be taking a short break and be right back after this.
What's up?
You sick? You came in here on your own. Well, now. You kid? Yeah.
Behold, he is coming with the cloud.
Hey, I hear. Well, well, there's a. Oh. Absolutely.
Good hunting. You got... Try not to die.
For this ancient weapon of
You came in here on your own power. Now, you all right up there? Need another painkiller? All right, that should do it. You need anything else? For Christ's sake, you don't look sick, and you sure as hell don't look dead, so why are you bothering me? Not quite. You done? Good.
Behold, he is coming with the clouds, and every eye shall be blind with his glory. Every ear shall be stricken deaf. To hear
Okay, we're back. We have made it to Vault 92. I just took a quick fast travel trip back to Megaton just to sell some stuff and to buy some medical supplies and heal up and do that kind of crap.
If he didn't, he would die.
Yeah, because it would die. So let's get back in here.
That's mildly inconvenient.
There we
It
go.
usually is. It's somewhat permanent.
Vault 92. And I forget what is in here in terms of enemies.
Well, Zale wanted to clarify for Leah. Yeah, the main guy from Independence Day, who is also in Jurassic Park, is Jeff Goldblum. So, do you recall that actor from either of those films?
I don't know who the main person is, or
Do you remember the
know
mathematician? Do you remember the mathematician character with the glasses?
Okay, yeah,
The guy who says life finds a way.
Yeah.
That's him.
Well, I don't remember that line, but I do remember the thing about the
riddled rant, and he's like
I remember the
reclining
thing
on a
about like
table
the
shirtless.
chaos theory and the drops of water.
That's
the
him.
guy.
That's him.
Yes.
Okay.
I love that you don't remember his most quotable line from the film that everybody quotes. That's hysterical.
Why is there a
Maybe I
leaf
can remember
blower
things
here?
differently.
Apparently. Well, come on. You like the prequels. So, okay.
Prequels are
So,
good. They are. They are the best.
Oh, okay, I wouldn't say the best.
So-
Star Wars
Revenge of the Sith is pretty darn good.
Revenge of the Sith is definitely in the top half, for sure. I think all the prequels are in the top half.
yes, everyone's favorite child murderer. So yeah, so as far as Jeff's
You can be
I love
redeemed
that you guys
for
laugh
20
at that.
years of genocide by tossing an old guy off a catwalk.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
dude, if the old guy's super evil.
I love how there was a bunch of healing stuff right here.
Right here,
Well,
right. We don't even have to trade.
And guns and ammo.
What do you think the vault is for?
It's 50 HP.
It's one-stop shopping. Zale Manic says, must go faster. You remember the must go faster line in the Jeep?
Oh my god, he's so good. The crazy part is,
oh, he's a treasure. He's a national treasure, that guy.
He made that character.
Yeah. That's it. You don't have to say anymore. He made that character. Boom, done.
Oh, okay, here we go. So, the story of this whole thing is told through audio logs. So that's what we're gonna get here.
So far, the experiment is going exactly as planned. We're subjecting the residents to extremely low-frequency white noise in regular intervals through the loudspeaker system. Using the soundproof recording studios and the musicians was an inspired idea. Kudos to the Vault-Tec Selection Committee on their shrewdness.
Shrewdness?
Crap, my mosquito netting's all right.
I don't understand it.
Zale says that line's in both movies I mentioned. Yes, technically, but that was the whole joke. And Independence Day was 96, so technically it was 4 years later.
We haven't seen enough of these guys lately.
Well, 3 years, I guess, because it was released in
Independence
93.
Day either.
Yeah, I'm sorry, what?
Schwarzenegger has I'll Be Back. Goldblum has Must Go Faster.
Yep. Yeah, but I think Life Finds a Way is far more popular. People use that a lot more. Did you just step on a mine?
Yep.
Well, I think people...
I don't think he stepped on it, more so he triggered it by proximity.
Stood next to it exploding.
Yeah, no, there's no tripwire here, so that was a mine.
I think the phrase "life finds a way," if it originated in those movies, has definitely emerged into a thing that is not necessarily connected to them.
It's been ingrained in pop culture because of his performance of that line.
If
that's what you mean.
I mean, what you're saying is that
I would say 98% of the people who are saying it are not saying that phrase just because it's part of zeitgeist.
No, but the meme exists because of the line in the movie. It is now extended beyond so that the meme has relevance outside of it.
Oh, there's another one. Yep. There goes your leg. It goes bye-bye. You're going to need that. But I know, but see, what Leah's saying is what I always hate millennials and YouTubers saying is like, oh, that's where the meme came from. It's like, let's get everything back ass halfwards.
I mean, it's like, so what if they figure out where that meme comes from?
Eventually things do kind of lose their original context.
Well, there are things that we say that have a very specific point of origin. For example, bucket list. We say bucket list all the time, and it comes from a film with Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson. It was never, ever, ever used before that 2006 or 2007 film. However, virtually nobody who says bucket list now
has any awareness of that film.
Idea about that film.
The meme has relevance, and the original reference doesn't.
Are doing Jurassic Park.
Yeah, but you can say that for any quote or any idiom that they all evolve over time contextually.
That's exactly the point.
Look, when people say, methinks she doth protest too much, 70% are still talking about Shakespeare. Only 30% have no idea where it came from, right? And I think...
I wonder if you're actually right on that one, though.
Yeah, I think you give too much credit.
I'm not sure about that.
Hey,
okay, I might be wrong.
These guys don't know who Cyrano de Bergerac is, so, you know, I mean...
Did you watch the Brady Bunch? There was a whole episode about it.
There's probably dozens of things that we quote from the Bible without it ever having any connection to it.
Yes.
Oh, don't even start.
That's definitely true.
I mean, come on.
So what are the last 10 words Jesus said on the cross? Mildly offensive, but I'm telling it anyway.
That's 10?
Peter, I can.
Dude, I can't even bear to repeat the last joke you told in this group that you said was mildly offensive. I'm not even going to reference it because then you're just going to say it and it'll be out there live on the internet and no friggin' way is that being allowed?
I don't remember that.
Thank God, because then you'd say it.
Jesus walks into a hotel. He goes to the innkeeper and hands him 3 nails. And he says, "Can you put me up for the night?"
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I mean, I'd call that one mildly offensive, but I'm sure some people might take more objection to that. But
That's actually a joke from The Crow, believe it or not, that we actually
Really?
joked
Oh,
about
okay.
a couple episodes ago. Yeah, I was waiting for Jail to say if you recognize that one.
I used to go to a Catholic church, and the priest would always start his homily with a joke. And 9 times out of 10, they'd just be normal jokes, and then he'd take the idea in the joke and then go into what he was going to talk about. But about 1 in 10, it would be a joke about Jesus, and he probably would have told the "Can you put me up for the night" joke. You know,
Yeah, he would have liked that one.
Really riding a line on some of these ones.
Oh, yeah. Well, keep in mind, priests are a lot edgier than you think. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I worked behind our church for a while. And believe me, the only thing that was in our church's dumpster was pizza boxes and empty vodka containers. So, yeah.
Oh, well, that's the best part about being a Catholic priest. Oh, geez, am I right? Because with Catholic priests, they are required. It is a rule that if people don't finish the communion wine, they have to just
drink it. Oh, yeah, all ours did. All ours did. Oh, yeah, tell me about it.
Some of them took their duty in that area more seriously than others.
More seriously than others, yes. Zale says, "Oh, the Crow, yes!" Yeah, Zale loved the Crow.
A friend of mine introduced me to Father Ted. That was a fun thing. That was a fun series.
Oh, it was the series. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were about to regale us about some very sadie encounter.
They made the talking teddy bear a priest? That seems like unwise idea. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like he introduced me to Father Ted. Do we know Father Ted? Am I going to look him up and see his criminal history online? What's going on here?
Father Ted is
Irish
a sitcom set in Ireland. Is quite funny. I've seen it as well.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll talk about not getting the reference.
Ardell O'Hanlon is hilarious.
Is it? I'll have to check.
He plays Father Dougal. He is really funny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
John Semino's in the chat. Hi, John.
Hey,
John says,
how
we
you doing?
busted kneecaps. Actually, we were playing pinatas with
We're
flies.
batting
We've been doing
flies,
that for a
yeah.
while.
Right. We're trying to learn a little bit more about the secret crap that's going on this vault, I guess.
Oh, Zale Manic says, yeah, insert exhausted ramble about the new Crow film here. Dude, right there with you. I could not get through the trailer of the new Crow. It is a crime against humanity, and whoever thought this was a good idea, yeah, we need to take away their film and video cameras immediately.
Crow.
Yeah, they're trying to make a new one.
Going to be in this one.
I didn't even recognize the cast.
See, that's how I feel about everything I watch. I figure if I recognize the cast isn't doing their job.
That's back-ass half-words.
Bill Skarsgård.
No, really. I mean, it's suspension of disbelief, right? You know,
Yeah,
if I can tell that these people are actors, then the suspension of disbelief is violated, and therefore.
I think you're right, but there are.
That sounds like our grandfather said he wouldn't watch Star Trek because it wasn't real.
Right. Right, exactly. Oh my God, I can't tell you how many times Pepe would say crap like that. Oh my God. Did it really happen? That was his number one question. Did it really happen?
Well,
then it's made up. It's bullshit.
I mean, if I recognize who the actors are.
Yes, you feel like they're not in character, that they've somehow failed in producing the representation of someone within the project.
Oh God,
and I
it's dark
get
in
that,
here.
but
Wow.
that's kind of a
Look, everybody,
false
environmental
argument.
storytelling.
Yeah, you might as well put masks over every actor everywhere so they all look like Dr. fucking Zaius.
Well, no, I mean, most of the time it's fine for me.
All right, let me give you an example. So sometimes it's okay to have the actor be the actor. Like, I think it's okay for Tom Cruise to be Tom Cruise in action movies. You know, if he's Tom Cruise in an action movie, it's okay for him to just be Tom Cruise, and I'm okay with that.
No,
but
I don't want that.
You don't like that? I like that.
No. I mean, I don't need the vacuum cleaner because
he's talking about his vault inventory.
I'm talking about the game. I don't need the vacuum cleaner.
There's sometimes you don't want that. Like in Mad Max Fury Road, even though everybody knows who Charlize Theron is, she's world famous. Everyone knows her. Everyone can recognize her.
Leah doesn't.
I didn't see Charlize Theron
Yeah,
in that movie at all. I only saw Furiosa. You know what I mean? So
I would agree with that.
Where if she did worse and it felt
right,
like
but I mean,
Charlize
she's
Theron,
kind of she's kind of a chameleon in a lot of her roles. Yeah, Furiosa. Now we're gonna get into a Porsche argument.
Gasoline, not gasoline.
So, semantics aside, yeah, but see, in fact, there's Zale. Leah, yeah, but isn't suspension of disbelief the fact that we can set aside our recognition of the actors? Right, but her argument is saying that, well, if the actors fail to do that, if I recognize that the actor's actual name, and I think that's a false argument there.
I don't mind, recognizing the actors in a role. What I mind is that they're cast just for the specific purpose that you'll recognize in the role. Like,
right, exactly. Well, not only the recognition, but also the fact that the name is what's going to draw you to the film or the project or the TV show.
All right, well,
I'm going to go to this because Tom Cruise is in it, not because it's a good film and Tom happens to be in it.
I would happily accept Gilbert Godfrey doing voices than Chris Pratt doing any voices.
Oh, he was fine in that Mario
or anything, indeed, frankly.
He was fine.
John Semino says, counterpoint, Theron in Prometheus. Yeah, exactly. I mean, she can be in bad movies, too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes I see a movie with Charlize Theron in it, and it's like, oh, that's Charlize Theron, and then she's just, like, there. Just doing it.
Hey, forget Prometheus. Charlize Theron and Aeon Flux. I mean, come on.
I do not carry this principle over to different media, though. Like for audiobooks, I will actually look for specific narrators whose voices
fucked.
I know that
You are completely fucked. I actually agree with you entirely on audiobooks. If I hear another, what's she called? Like, oh my god, what's her name? I'll recognize it if I hear it. She's like, this is whatever. January LaVoy, is that a person? Is that an audiobook person?
Oh.
Let me check. Or is that like a person who like does something?
That does sound like familiar.
John Semino says that too. So
January
okay.
LaVoy is an audiobook narrator. I can't hear January LaVoy anymore because to me she was one of the young adult books that I really liked. I'm trying to remember if it was The Hunger Games. I would know if I heard her voice. It might have been The Hunger Games, or she might have actually voiced the Twilight books, and I just can't stand it.
Oh, now Zale says, wow, I am definitely playing devil's advocate here, but I did get infuriated over the guns in this game being chambered incorrectly.
Oh.
Yeah, I know there are a lot of gun people who are like, the way these guns don't look is right, the way they don't work is right, things are on the wrong side, things are not moving the right way. I mean, there's a lot of that.
Well, Decca says with audiobooks, now you're looking for an actor. You're not looking for an actor, but you're looking for a storyteller. And
exactly.
Well, yes and no. I mean, as a kid who grew up with his dad reading Lord of the Rings to him and whatnot, I remembered what a joyful experience that was. But it certainly didn't marry me to my dad's voice in reading the book. Do you know what I mean? In fact, I'd be curious how many other audiobooks of reading the Lord of the Rings there are. I'd love to compare them. But see, the thing is that
there's two big ones. Rob Inglis does the earlier one from the 90s. that's still available, and then the guy who plays Gollum, Andy Serkis, does one.
Oh
that's
wow,
much
now that
more
could be
recent.
fun.
And I think he does better. I didn't think I would like him as much as Rob Inglis because I
Really,
really liked how
Andy
he did it,
Serkis
but
is
Andy
great
Serkis
performer.
Does a really good job.
Well, see, I'd be curious now. Are they performing the characters, or are they literally just reading the novel?
Well, he's reading it, and he does different voices for different characters.
He does.
And
Okay.
and he sings the songs and all that stuff.
Okay, so here's my question. So, Leah, you're saying that in film or TV, if you recognize the actor or actress, you assume that they've failed. Whereas in books or audiobooks, you look for a particular actor that you like their voice to read the material you're interested in, correct?
Yes, this is
okay.
correct. However,
so
this is there's a difference here because usually in an audiobook, unless it's like some big production like a Star Wars audiobook, usually they have one narrator for the entire book.
Right, exactly. Well, see, that was my thing. So are you interested in the sound of a particular voice to read something, or are you looking for a particular performer that you know that will perform the characters within the story they're reading?
Speaking of listening to a particular sound,
yes.
So this terminal I've hacked in has got controls for the intercom, and they're all broken except the last one, which says noise flush. And the audio log at the beginning, remember talking about like, we are now feeding ultra low frequency white noise to all the residents. That is part of the experiment in this vault.
We don't need to hear that.
Well, presumably we might, because I think I just turned it on.
Isn't that going to make us go crazy or something? Or
I wouldn't be surprised.
What I find ironic, considering the literal amount of hours and hundreds of dollars that we have spent to try and provide you with the best acoustic experience, we are now specifically and intentionally inserting white noise.
Okay, so I'm on Audible, and I'm looking to see how many audiobooks January Lavoie has voiced, and it's like 1,000, and it seems like 30% of them are Star Wars books.
Well, she's failed because I've recognized her now, so you know I can't listen to any of that.
Look, at some point you have to. If you want to listen to the Star Wars books, you're going to have to. But
I can't now. I recognized her. She's in all of it.
Triss.
Yeah, but that's not operating on the different.
Padme and Leia. You know.
See, I can't see her as any of those people now. Yeah, I can't see her or hear her as any of those people now.
No, that's
she's ruined it.
operating on the audiobook principle. That's a completely different thing.
Well, you say that, but I don't believe it.
What I really like in the audiobook area is Emma Gregory. We might recognize her from her roles in Divinity games.
Oh, what did she play in Divinity games?
She played the Weaver of Time's sister. Yeah, she's known for that very evil voice. She also played Minthara in Baldur's Gate 3.
The Weaver of Time's sister's former roommate?
Yeah, I know. It's like I was wondering the relation.
Well, that was from the first Divinity Original Sin.
Well, considering how long we've played Divinity, I think the last thing that I want to hear is another actor from that.
I resent that.
I'm just saying, we've done so much Divinity over the last few years. I'm Divinity'd out. I wouldn't mind letting that take a break.
Well, Larry has
also narrated a Glenn Beck novel.
What?
That's familiar.
I didn't know he wrote novels. Oh my God! Did you guys? Was it Glenn Beck? No, it couldn't have been Glenn Beck.
Could have been Jeff Beck.
No, who's the other Fox News guy who was on the Joe Rogan podcast and claimed that it had been proven that evolution was false?
I have no idea. I do not watch Fox anything if I can help it.
Or listen to Joe Rogan for that matter.
Oh, right, God, no.
Joe Rogan has like 85% bug nutty crazies on there. And I was, so I'm not surprised that he had this guy on there. I really don't remember who it was. But I was surprised that he so confidently said that even scientists don't believe evolution's real or something like that.
I think he got into the same stash of drugs that Charlie Sheen did. They probably buy from the same dealer, and both of them fried their own brains. So
I'm by winning.
Let's see. Zale's going on. Yeah, second part of his ammo loading complaint was, yeah, while completely forgetting that there were guns on both platforms, I got mad about the correct chambering, the HK-33 for the G3, the was it Norinco Type 86, and the Norinco Type 84. I just think that the quality of this game is the animations are so generic and low compared to today's standards that I wouldn't be too judgmental on how they're animated, simply because I wouldn't expect them to be weapon accurate on any level, you know, because this game wasn't really touting or looking for that, at least from my perspective. I mean, it's serviceable, but I never thought that they were trying to emulate, you know, near perfect accuracy for any of those.
Why explosives?
Because I need it if I want to do anything with a bomb and a megaton.
Yeah, we're gonna blow that shit up. Deca says, yeah, is Funk talking about that Putin-loving nutbag Tucker Carlson?
Tucker Carlson, that's who it was.
Is that him? I hope he likes living in Russia. It's so much better over there.
Like, and then I watched a good chunk of his interview with Putin. I didn't see the whole thing, but
that was actually kind of interesting.
This clip,
despite the people involved.
Right, exactly. Yeah, no, it's good to hear what people are saying.
Yeah, it's nice to watch crazy idiots saying crazy idiot things.
Right, but I understand now why he let Putin kind of like steamroll that interview. Or really direct it, because it's very clear that he just believes what people tell him.
That makes sense.
People say
Getting
something
high on his own hype.
People are where they are in relation to him because they say the things they think he wants to hear.
Yeah, and you have you have a right-wing pundit listening to a right-wing leader.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, like no
they're
one
going to get along.
Yeah, no one's going to be allowed near Putin to give him advice he's going to reject. It's not a thing. It wouldn't be safe.
And isn't there like I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't there like a kind of culture in Russia of like reporters tending to be a lot more aggressive with or is that gone away?
Oh, that's gone away. They're all dead.
Oh, they've all gone away.
They killed Anna Politskaya, and that's it.
Yeah,
I was just
that was it.
Like if he was playing more softball than he's used to.
So Nark, I remember Pravda actually for, I don't know, 5 years at some point in the early 2000s, in the midst of all the bullshit that they would publish. They also did investigative journalism, didn't they?
I'm sure they said they did.
Like, they blew some stuff wide open in the Middle East, if I recall correctly. But I might have been... it might have not been Pravda. It might have been some other Russian news thing. But it was always good. Pravda was always a good source for good UFO stories, because they would publish them in English. And you don't get that many English stories about UFOs from that side of the world, except from Pravda.
Because they're designed... The stuff that they publish in English is designed to lower the confidence that Western citizens have in their own government. And since the U.S. denies the existence of UFOs, promoting UFOs as a way of proving to them, see, the American government lies to you. Okay, here we go.
And
audio
little
log.
do they know, you can't have anything lower than what we've got, because we don't have any confidence. So where do you go from zero?
Okay.
Stop doing it. You don't need to bother.
The situation is getting out of hand. Over half the population of the vault is exhibiting savage tendencies. I can only assume our noise experimentation has awakened some dormant part of their psyche, brought their primitive nature to the surface. In essence, I feel that they are almost psychologically devolving. I was stupid for rushing these experiments. And now over 35 people are dead.
Yeah, way to go, idiot.
What is interesting about this one is that you don't see the direct results of that, because like obviously the vault's not full of crazy musicians. You know, it's not like the Gary vault or the drug vault we saw last time.
Well, there's no skeletons either, so it's not like even the bodies were laid around.
No,
here or
actually,
something.
there have been quite a few skeletons.
No, I mean in this room.
No, not in this room.
They all kind of blur together.
Were they in the closets?
But what I've seen here, looking at these vaults that we've been to, and looking at the TV show, is I feel like the TV show had almost no lockers, and vaults by weight are probably 60% locker in the games.
Probably.
Well, yeah, but that's gameplay driven, right? You need containers to put stuff in.
Deco was saying, yeah, something more from 4 than 3, but the NPCs in 4 idle better than the player. Despite there being like a third-person mode, the player will stand perfectly still while everyone else around them is far more lively.
You know, but
now, was that a design choice?
I kind of prefer that in some cases, just because I think idle animations tend to get out of hand. You know, that like there's too much motion going on. People are being too evocative when nothing is going on, just because they have to be seen to be doing something.
Well, also, isn't a control thing, because then you feel like you're not controlling the character, the game is.
Honestly, I never bought into that crap until I played a game where if I let the controller, and I don't remember what game it was, I let the controller sit there for 30 seconds or so, it would go zoom out to third person, and my guy was doing some weird, like, shifting, like, and like bouncing on the balls of his feet, and I was like, I would never do that. My guy would never bounce. It might have been Starfield. It might have been like the only bad side to Starfield.
Now, if you recognize the NPC actor that made those movements, does that fail for you?
Well,
Funk?
I can't.
Do you look at that sway and say, "Hey, I recognize that sway"?
I don't recognize the sway, but if I hear Ashley Birch in a video game, to me it's just Chloe from Life is Strange, and I can't get that out of my head.
I mean, that's fair.
Well, okay, see, but that's character confusion, not actor confusion.
But by the way, guys, I just wanted to point out, we did set this to easy, and one of those things hit me once, and I'm now at half health, and my torso is crippled.
So
and a good thing too.
Have you used
your torso is crippled, but all your limbs and appendages are fine.
That's kind of like
well,
me.
Actually, no, my head and right arm are also crippled. So
this is all representative of Leah's current status. Yeah, should we get a Pip-Boy current status of all of us so we can actually go to it any particular?
Yeah, sure. We could make a graphic and you could set it up in advance however you like. Like, I'm feeling this way today. I'm feeling like my head's crippled.
Everybody get Apple Watches. We can tie it in with our biorhythms.
Oh boy!
So
crazy.
They are selling a Pip-Boy replica from the one in the show by the Wand Factory, and it does have multiple animated screens, and one of those is that screen that shows each limb's health.
All right,
your stats.
I got to go to work now.
All right. Well, don't crash the plane.
All right, I'll try not to.
Yes.
But you can't really get into the flight deck. The door is locked. And
Good. I'm glad you can't get into the flight deck.
I know.
Just survive your shift.
No one's happier for that than us and your passengers.
Take good care of your ears.
Now, which airline are we not supposed to use anymore?
Anybody flying Boeing.
Well, no,
God,
not
that was
the
a
planes.
hunter.
I'm just wondering what is he flying with? Who did we figure that out yet?
Oh,
If
I
it's
don't remember
Boeing, I'm
details.
not going. Dang it! Should I go get him? I can't. I might get him if I start now.
No, it's probably best. Well, see, you're assuming he would even tell us the truth about that. You know what I mean? He'd probably lie.
Oh, skill book.
Oh, dang! But we have the opportunity to save lives.
Well, absolutely. Well, I mean, if we really wanted to save lives, we would get him out of the company somehow. Personally, I want him to use his smartphone at like just the wrong moment, and he'll get instantly canned. Because that seems to happen on flight crews when they take photos of themselves on the aircraft doing silly things.
Okay, audio log.
I can't believe what I've discovered. Just before he died, one of the security team members told me everything. The Overseer has been implanting these murderous intentions in the entire Vault population without my knowledge. using the loudspeakers in the dorms instead of just the studios. He subjected everyone to the white noise as they slept. He then implanted combat suggestions he claims came from Vault-Tec itself. He must be completely insane. No observation, no controls. I'm going to have to confront him now and make him pay for what he's done. Half the vault is dead. The other half, fighting for its life. Good luck to all of us. And may God have mercy on our souls.
Now, you might...
So is he up?
You could be forgiven for missing this. Because what's going on here is the scientist is doing an audio log about how the residents of this vault, are being subjected to exposure to this ultra low frequency white noise that they do not know anything about. And they're doing it to them while they're in the rehearsal rooms playing their instruments. He's totally cool with that part of it. The part he's not cool about it is that it turns out the overseer was doing extra experiments by pumping the noise into the dormitories so that people were getting more exposure to this, along with the violent suggestions. And his real objection is that, you know, that experiment,
the scientific method,
is no good for collecting data because there's no control.
There's no control environment. How can you compare the thing? Oh my God, your data is going to be totally irrelevant.
It's not the unethical part of it that bugs him.
Right.
It's the fact that it's not good data integrity.
Science, yes. Oh my God, we've totally lost scientific integrity.
Dare you not tell
Deca
me?
actually, Deca wants to note, keep in mind, you're also a level 5, currently in a level 20 zone. So.
Yes, I mean, it did point that out. This map gets more dangerous the further north you go, generally speaking, and this is, you know, the surface area next to this is the largest collection of death claws, I think, in this game, and they're all pretty much a one-hit kill for anybody at this level. We're not supposed to be.
You are massively underleveled, so this should not be a surprise whatsoever, and you probably would have been dead if you weren't at easy.
But Mirelurks are no joke anyway. Okay, so here's some emails to engineering staff from Parker Livingston, studio supervisor. Hey guys, I'm not sure if this is even worth putting an official trouble ticket in for, but I'm getting some sort of odd pitch overlay to my sound equipment. Almost like some other signal is leaking from maybe the Vault intercom network or communications gear and piggybacking on everything I record. It's barely noticeable, but I can definitely see it on my scope. Do we have any cross-wiring issues or faulty cable insulation problems on sea level? Yeah, so basically, like, somebody who's not aware of the experiment is picking up crosstalk in the musical recordings they're making in the studio and saying, what's this going on here?
Yeah, Zale Manic says, yeah, not only is it unethical, it's bad science.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the pedantic complaining the same way that Funk would say. He goes, no, you can't poison me just with the regular Mountain Dew. I need to be poisoned with the Code Red.
Ah, okay, and
well,
see here...
He did ask for mercy from God, so I will grant it.
True. So here's an email that references Agatha's great-grandmother. This is an email from the studio supervisor, Parker Livingston, the guy we just read another email from, to Hilda Egelbrecht. I just wanted to take this opportunity to send you an intra-vault mail regarding the wonderful session you performed this afternoon. The sound you coaxed from your Stradivarius is bar none the most haunting, beautiful thing I have heard here to date. I was wondering if perhaps we could get together tomorrow evening and discuss this in a more intimate setting. Oh God, he made it creepy at the very end. Hi Hildy, just wanted to send you a quick note. Our session together was wonderful. I'm glad the studio doors lock, otherwise some of your stuffier fellow musicians might not appreciate how closely you and I work. Wow, they made it creepy. Make sure when we meet tonight, you bring your delicate instrument and your violin too. I have an idea of something we can do with the bow, a new technique I've always wanted to. Oh, wow, I do not remember that at all in this game. But I'm also not surprised that it's here.
It's not creepy if it's consensual.
Yes, although again, though, like, we don't see that side of it, right?
True.
Oh, okay, there's your skeleton, Blackstar. Oh, and they've got a laser pistol.
Laser pistol.
So if we're lucky, it's in here? I don't remember where the Stradivarius is, actually. Alright, it does seem like a bunch of the musicians met their final end in this room, though. Ah! I want to wait for Blackstar to come back. Question deck at Vault Dating be like that.
Ooh, there we go.
Well, yeah, if it's not dating your cousin at the show. I was kind of amused that the show brought that up because I don't remember if there were any other references in any other Vault lore in the other games about like, well, I guess it's just incest now. But they did kind of point that out.
There's no electronics in these instruments, are there? Because you wouldn't want the old lady to start hearing brown or white noise.
I don't think so. I think the way it's presented is just a traditional acoustic instrument. I want to wait for Blackstar to come back before I pick it up, though.
The Soil Stradivarius, pronounced Swall,
the Swa Stradivarius,
is a 1714, is an antique violin made by Italian luthier Antonio Stradivari of Cremona from 1644 to 1737. It is one of 700 known to exist. The instrument was made during Stradivarius' golden period and is named after the Belgian industrialist Amanda Soil. The current owner of the violin is violinist Izbek Perlman.
Yeah, I think this is a real thing. Like they took a real world artifact and put it into the game.
It's a nice case. I mean, you can actually see it inside there.
Yep.
Hey!
I hope that I don't think you can damage in-game items that way.
Whew, thank goodness. Hopefully it's not prone to physical damage like explosions. Get knocked out.
Yeah, I don't think you can you can't set crates on fire and destroy the contents in this game. I don't think that's a thing that they allow. Thank goodness.
You set brothers on fire?
Yeah, no, Blackstar I think has gone AFK for a bit, so I'm just going to wait for him to come back before I point out that, like, yay, we made it to our objective, and we're going to take it and then go back to Agatha.
Yes, of course. I wonder where they all died in this room.
Well, I'm guessing since there was a weapon there and the scientist talked about confronting the overseer, I'm guessing then what you had was probably a generalized revolt. Oh, there's a safe too. All right, well, let's see what's in here.
There you go. That's so not how lockpicks work.
Oh no, not at all. I mean, they got rid of the slightly more realistic one that actually had, tumblers in it. Let me know, stealth
drives
boy.
me nuts, though.
Okay. Is there anything else on this floor I didn't see?
There's a massively
fun phobia of mine when I was
overindulgent
at UMaine.
expanse of rust.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, welcome back.
All right, so we found
I
it.
had to pee.
Yeah, I figured.
I found the music room.
Yep, and here's the violin.
Wait, we don't get to open it?
No, it's just a quest item, basically. I think the only thing we can do with it is that we can give it to Agatha. I think there's also, if we had met, there's another NPC in the world who also wants it, and we can sell it to them, I think, for more money.
Like so many more bottle caps.
Bottle caps.
Like, what is this even worth buying in this post?
Yeah, like you can literally like talk to her, agree to give it to her, bring it back, sell it to the other guy, go back to her, tell her we sold it to the other guy so she can get pissed at you.
It'd be interesting if there were different denominations of bottle caps, like
like grape, orange, cherry.
Right, like you get Coke bottle
Code
caps.
red. Where's my code red bottle caps?
Oh man.
Pick of 50. Do I have a tumblers today?
You
or
get
anything?
more for like Snapple bottle caps with little messages inside them. Is that the ones that have messages inside them?
Some of them, yes. I don't know if they do that anymore, but yes, they were noted for that back in the day.
I haven't bought a Snapple in like 20 years, but
10 for me. Actually, 11?
maybe 15.
10 or 11. There's just so much sugar in it. It's just terrible for you.
Yeah, I'm not into sugar unless it comes in cookie form. Oh my gosh.
What?
The supermarket here started having these red velvet cookies.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. How do those do in the humidity? I would think anything that you would want to have crispy anywhere near the jungle would be impossible to do.
I'm not a fan of crispy cookies. I like chewy cookies.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, mission accomplished.
Yeah, so that works pretty well.
So I've been hankering for some, fresh out of the oven, mother's
If I
made
do
chocolate
encounter
chip.
a crispy cookie, I usually wind up dipping it in tea.
Ew.
Oh, it's delicious.
I'm sure you think it is.
I mean, it winds up being warm and moist, like, a
I
fresh
never even
baked
liked
cookie,
cookies
except a little-
dunked in milk. I never understood the appeal,
okay.
personally. Where's Jail on all this? Where's he taking a
I
break?
don't know, Jill's been very quiet. I mean,
Yeah,
or at least
Jail,
it's
what's
coming
your
through
cookie
very
opinion?
quietly.
Well, I've been baking cookies for years, and I've
so.
just started baking my cookies with melted butter. I used to just have it just stick butter.
As
and
opposed
just
to what?
That, but right,
No,
just,
you can.
It does change the texture if you.
it really
does.
it changes. Yeah, like liquid butter. What you mix in with the ingredients, it does a much
melted
much
versus
bigger difference
softened
than-
definitely changes as far as the baking goes. So yeah, no, there is a technique to it, Narc.
Oh yeah, no, but I'm just saying, like, why would you not melt the butter? Like almost every almost every cookie recipe I use, like, insists that
because
you melt the butter.
when I tried it at first, I did it wrong, and the cookies came out almost like frozen sugar cane.
Oh yeah, no, you don't want that. The crystallization in there gets nasty. But anyway, so dipping, no dipping, tea, milk, coffee. What?
No milk in my cookies,
Okay, so you're not a dipper, is what you're saying.
but I do put roasted pecans in them.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Granted,
I'm
it makes
more
it
of an
taste
anti-nut
almost like
allergy
oatmeal,
person,
but
so.
the chocolate makes it so much better.
Oh, you're allergic to nuts.
I'm not
Tree
allergic to
nuts. I'm perfectly fine with ground nuts. In fact, if I couldn't do peanuts, I'd probably kill myself right now. So.
Oh, right, legumes. Okay.
Yeah, no, I grew up on fluffernutters. I still have them on occasion. So.
Oh hey, another
I
audio
have a
log.
particular weakness for Ben & Jerry's peanut butter cup.
Oh, see, yeah, no, that I would totally agree on. Yeah, Decca says it depends entirely on the cookie. Well, that I would agree with, but just conceptually with any cookie, it's never jumped out at me as like, ooh, I'm really looking forward to doing that. I always, for whatever reason, grew up, and it's probably because as a kid, occasionally for special occasions, when mom just like wanted to get dinner out or whatnot, we had those old Stouffer's TV dinners type thing, or Swanson TV dinners, sorry. And the compartmentalization as a kid, I found interesting and liked, where every little thing in its place, the OCD in me kind of said, okay, this is great. So even with regular meals, I always wanted to have trays like that, where I could have, this is where the sauce goes, and this is where the corn goes, and this is where the chicken goes, and this, you know what I mean? It's like having, and there's my dessert. It's like everything's in its place, and not mixed together where you end up with all these flavors congealing or congesting or mixing that shouldn't.
No, and then the first thing I do is take my fork and take a bit from here and a bit from here and a bit from here, and then eat it all.
Yes, and you would shove it all in your mouth, you weirdo. So yeah, it's like, why would you do that? So for cookies and whatnot, I never thought the idea of taking perfectly good cookies and sticking them in a liquid to have them break apart, get soft and mushy and bleh.
Yeah, no, it's a texture thing.
Oh, not until
It totally a texture thing. Because as a kid, one of the techniques I found for getting out of school, this is going to be disgusting, so
there you
spoiler
go.
alert, is eating wet bread. I found that if I took like a regular piece of regular like Canadian white and sticking it under the faucet sink and drowning it in water and then trying to eat it would immediately make me throw up. So
Man, I wish I thought of that.
See, well, as a kid, when you don't want to go to school because you didn't study for that test today, boy, that was like an in the pinch, because you literally get to show Ma, I just threw up. And she's like, oh, all right, will you stay at home today? Okay.
Learning new things here today.
Worked every time. So, yeah. Oh, not to mention forging my dad's signatures on all those teacher slips that they wanted to sign.
That's fair. Audio log. I think this was an old one. This is number 2. I think we've missed a couple. If there's 3 and 4, we don't have them, so we should have had this one first.
I'm a bit encouraged by the latest batch of data. It seems that 33% of the subjects are now lapsing into a trance-like state on occasion. When in this state, we're fairly certain that suggestion and programming of the subject can be applied. We've begun testing this by implanting subtle cues in affected subjects, making them scratch their ear or constantly fix their hair. So far, I'm happy to report a 100% success rate on this implementation method.
Yeah, so even the suggestibility he was aware of, it was just
it's totally working. Right?
It was just objecting to the overseer putting in the violent suggestions.
Right. Okay. Here's my question.
Well, that is definitely a lot worse than scratching your ear.
Oh, absolutely. But see, when things started to go sideways, here's my question. Why didn't the scientists simply either A, stop the overseer, or B, replace his recordings with one that would reverse what they've done? Why not take out the horrible combat, kill everybody type, insane suggestion and put a post-hypnotic hypnosis one or a subliminal suggestion in the audio that would repair the damage that they were making to their psyches? I like to think that would be a possibility or a potential.
Well, because
it sounds like, for one, that the overseer kind of had control over it by that point, and also he might not know how to reverse it.
Yeah.
Right, but when you say kill, you simply change the recording to say be nice, be nice, be nice, be nice. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
and then you get killed nicely.
Yeah. The other thing is that even the scientist doesn't have anyone's best interest at heart anyway.
No, he doesn't. But to save everyone from committing homicide and presumably kill him.
Yeah, but he was really pissed off because the experiment was ruined. It was a sideline to say, and by the way, this is also a lot of violence.
Right, but when you've suddenly lost half the population, you got to think you're next on the chopping block.
Yes, his experiments. Okay, bunch of emails. Overseer access only. Okay, so this will be the instructions to the overseer, why he was doing that. As per instructions, the broadcast equipment for the white noise has been rerouted from the sound booths and tied directly into the entire Vault's loudspeaker system. I'll now be able to execute Vault Tech Confidential Plan WNMSCE, the White Noise Mind Suggestion Combat Experimentation. I have 3 of Professor Malleus's team doing what I need to get done and hope to show some concrete results soon. I had the engineers make it so the WN can either be triggered from the control center or at the local security consoles. The password to these consoles is VIY2249.
Wait, is that a V or a U? That looks like a U to me.
Might have been a U, don't know. The results of WNMSCE are even better than I could have imagined. The sheer strength and tenacity of combat suggestion implanted test subjects is incredible. Imagine an entire army of people who would never disobey a direct order from high command and can fight until it takes over 20 bullets to stop them. Malleus says WNMSE is a failure, so there's been a few deaths. 1 step back, 2 steps forward. It's easy to suppress what everyone in the Vault are calling crazies. I've added a command word in their suggestion implants. Simply say the phrase, "Sanity is not statistical," and they will stop dead in their tracks. See, they've actually done your suggestion, Blackstar.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying they did it wrong.
Well, they did it and it probably doesn't work. I've informed the guards of this, but I've told them only to use it when out of earshot of anyone else. The command phrase is no longer working against the crazies. I don't know what the hell happened, but I'm losing control of the situation. If we don't get things under control soon, we're going to have a huge revolt on our hands. Malleus is inciting the rest of the Vault into action. I'm afraid the power invested in me by the Vault Tech Corporation, I have no choice but to have him killed. What a waste. So there you go. That's how that played out. And there's another audio log here as well. This is number 3.
Disaster today. One of our test subjects, V920717, has murdered 3 other residents in a fit of unbridled rage, the likes of which I've never seen. It took almost 23 shots before the security team took him down. This subject has no history of violence or mental instability whatsoever. My concern is that this subject is one of our most successful implant recipients, able to execute complex instructions during a trance state.
Now, Nark, do you ever use these vaults as player homes?
Use the vaults as what? You're really
Player
far from
homes.
your mic. I can't hear you.
Player homes.
No, I think I had an early playthrough of Fallout 3 where a container that I thought was safe, that I put a lot of stuff into, and then reset,
Suddenly wasn't.
and I lost all of that stuff. And so I tend to stick to either the legit player homes or to containers that people still say even now are stable and don't reset. But even then, most people are like, well, you know, you might have good luck with that, but you're better off just using the player housing. So I usually do.
Yeah, Deca says, yeah, as a type 2 diabetic, I don't eat many cookies these days. You don't dunk oatmeal. This is true. But double chocolate and milk gets you a soft cookie and chocolate milk. So yeah, so that's a benefit. Says I generally eat everything else like Black Star does. Orally? Let's see. Deca, yeah, not in 3. You need a mod for that. Oh yeah, so I guess they didn't have it in Fallout 3. You need it. You need a mod if you wanted to do that. Well, is there any advantage for taking over vaults and using them as a player home as opposed to building your own base with turrets and other defenses that the vaults don't have?
You can't really do that in Fallout 3, but the only real advantages of using like this vault for a home is you got lockers that won't have your items be stolen, and you got beds.
Okay, well, see, to me that would be a benefit. So the question is, do the nasties respawn, or is there an area that come up from underground?
This is so far away from the rest of the map. Like this makes a good rest stop if you're playing on a difficulty where you need places to stop for a bed. But it's not a good place to keep your stuff.
Yeah, but if you're fast traveling everywhere, what does it matter?
Okay, that was the noise flash terminal.
And John Zemino says, no, with the pores on his feet.
Cafeteria.
You never experience the horror of over-encumbrance until you have every piece of gold bar from that vault.
Reactor. Oh, okay. Was this the exit?
Oh, I can taste the floor.
No.
Yeah, Deca says obsessively the vault door. You know, there's no other way in. Well, see that's the benefit for defense, but that also means that you're trapped if you have a problem. So, oh yeah, radiation.
A flooded reactor. Not doing it. I don't even know that there's anything worth going in there for. But I must have come here through already because that is a dead fly.
Yeah, weren't you swinging your bat wildly down here?
Ah, wait. I think... Yep. This is the exit. There we go.
It's down this rusty hallway, not that rusty hallway.
I mean, these things are legit mazes. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
Absolutely. And let's just say, you know, we've mentioned the color palette before as being somewhat limited.
Oh, we didn't even see this.
Hey.
What, the rigged shotgun?
Free combat shotgun.
Yeah, if you don't hit the tripwire. So who rigged it? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Skill
so
too high.
Would we have potentially come through that door and gotten killed?
Yep.
So how
at
do we get
least
behind
shot.
it? We flanked it somehow by going down a different hole?
would have survived it.
On this difficulty, probably would. Oh, and there's another mine.
Wait, you try to pick it up or can you shoot it?
I could shoot it, but I get to keep it if I... Okay, and that door I can't unlock.
Yes, the mine is now yours.
Again, no one's expecting level 4 or 5 characters to be here, so nothing is leveled for that area. Right. We're actually lucky we were even able to complete the objective, frankly.
Right, not to mention the fact you've never heard anybody die from yours. So,
like they could have easily put that... Oh, yeah. They could have easily put that inside a room that you needed lockpick 50 to open.
Zale Mannix is channeling Star Wars again. He goes, no, not like that. This one goes there. That one goes there, right? Yeah, give us your best Chewbacca.
Yep. Speaking.
Oh, that's going on the soundboard.
You know, it's fun. Peter Mayhew and myself share the same birthday.
I'm sorry, who?
Ooh, not in the same year, though.
Well, not in the same year, but...
Jail's sharing birthdays. Who? You sharing birthdays with who, Jail?
The actor who played Chewbacca.
Oh, really? Oh, geez, I had no idea. Oh, that's cool.
May 19th.
That's a nice city.
Okay.
May 19th is a nice city? What?
No, I just saw one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were having a stroke there for a second.
Well, you never know.
One of the fun things
they say the owl is the Baker man's daughter.
Is looking up commercials for movies that come out on your birthday. Like Die Hard with a Vengeance on May 19th.
I don't think we're going to have time to do another vault in this game, so I figure I'll just see if I can do a quick run over to Agatha and bring her violin. At this difficulty, I don't think anything will really be in our way.
It's practically a scamper. In fact, is there a mod for you can skip?
There might be.
Yes, there is a mod you could skip. It's quit the game.
No, not skip. Not that kind of skip.
Skip, as in like a
skip to the Maloo, my darling.
A rhythmic traversal.
Oh, like an animation.
Yes.
I don't know.
Tika says Chewbacca or dying cat yowl. Oh, poor Scrambles. No.
No, not Scrambles. Oh, I thought no. I have enough cat death for.
Why is this here? This suspiciously functional looking.
Yeah, it's totally a trap.
The flies put it here.
It worked, didn't it?
How many... Are their pellets just endless? I feel like they'll be surpassing their own mass if they keep firing.
Well, with all these crystals around here, the universe is suffering heat death.
Radiation, let's stay away from that.
John Zamino says, ready the kneecaps. Boy, John really wants to see some busted kneecaps. Is there any NPCs we can run across and totally ruin their ability to walk?
Probably.
See if we can find some.
I mean, again, at the lower difficulty, I won't really have much of a minus in the shop.
That reminds me. John actually hooked me up with the gift. I should say thank you on the stream. I want to thank John. He actually hooked us up with a video game. Yeah, the new one that all the streamer baits are playing right now.
Helldivers 2?
No. The other one about content.
No, you would need to create a PlayStation account to play.
Yeah, I know. I heard about that.
Yeah, which is kind of a bummer, but it might be worth it because I wouldn't mind playing.
Danger. High radiation levels. Cleanup in progress. Annual dose limit may be reached in 5 seconds exposure.
0.5
That's 0.5.
0.5? Oh, all right, it's even worse.
Yeah. In other words, you've already been exposed by the time you're finished reading.
That's true.
This.
So not Helldivers. What other game?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. The game that I'm sorry, I got skipped there. The game out there that all the streamers are playing now and everything is one called Content Warning. Have you heard about this?
Oh yes, I saw people picking that up after. What was the meme game from before that? The
space one.
Yeah, the one where you're working for the company and you're just getting this ridiculous salvage from dangerous planets and monsters, and I've watched a bunch of it now and I can't remember the name of it.
Correct. Well, he apparently gave me a free copy of Content Warning, so I'm wondering maybe we should try that at some point. That was very nice of him.
That's also a multiplayer thing, right? Though, so we need more than one copy.
Or is it not? I have to try and look. I didn't know exactly how much of it was the group or not. I mean, it was $8, so depending on how fun or interesting it could be. I just thought it was incredibly meta, considering that the whole idea is to run around and make videos for channels and get people to make them that go viral, and you have to put yourself in all these high risk situations.
Content creator simulator.
Distortion.
Yes. Zale remembers the other one. The other one was called Lethal Company.
Yes.
You guys remember Total Distortion?
Barely.
I remember Total Annihilation.
Totally. Wow, that's an old classic reference. Yeah, Total Distortion is from '95.
Oh, Blade.
That was good stuff.
It was done by Pop Rocket. I don't think I remember playing this at all. 3 stars from Mac user. Game sold over 100,000.
Oh my God! You killed the dog, but you blew off your arm.
Well, I did not know the dog was there.
Those. Yeah, Decca says, it's one of those games you can play solo, but you'd be crazy to play it that way.
Yoo-hoo! Hey, Talons! Come and
get
me!
Here, hold this.
That was easy.
Well, again, yes, literally easy.
Oh no! What was so scary?
You were saying?
My arm! I can't shoot. My arm is crippled.
No, your arm is messed. Here, we're gonna die from the pew-pews.
I just need him to chase me, but he may have trouble pathing to me is the problem.
Yeah, the only person of note that shares a birthday with me is Hugh Hefner. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Oh God,
it's not a bad one.
My head and arm are crippled.
So you're gonna daze
I'm
every
gonna
so
have to look
often.
at this.
Yeah, right in the head and ass.
Come here. Keep going. Gonna back into something that's gonna kill me. Watch.
I'm waiting for you to fall off a cliff. It's like, I'm sorry, is this a new strategy that I'm unaware of? What are we doing? We're facing the laser guy, going backwards. Oh, did you die?
No,
that's
I'm
the
concussed.
effect of the crippled head.
Wow, so he's fired like 10 headshots on you right now. You're missing with the laser pointer. How is this possible? Let's just keep firing. Keep firing, assholes.
Oh my God!
Oh my
look at
God.
the Pip-Boy.
Yep.
Head and arm crippled. Ouch. How is this even possible?
Good question.
Well, you're wearing the Pip-Boy with your left. You're supposed to be operating it with a crippled arm on your right.
Nice trick.
Yeah, Decca says it's kind of crazy how you can turn laser pistols into rifles and vice versa in 4.
You'll alt start.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I have the alternate start mod. This was done by skipping the whole vault section intro, just so you can just start right out on the surface. As a character who is not the son of Liam Neeson.
He
for
has
whatever
a particular
reason.
set of skills.
I can boil water like the best of them.
All right. Now, where are my mines and where were these other idiots?
I'm waiting for him to walk over his own mine here in a second.
You can't trigger your own mine, thank God.
You say that. I'm sure someone made a mod. Yeah, but you're totally concussed. How do we unconcuss ourselves?
I gotta go to the doctor. I've used up all my stim packs, so I don't have any items that can do it myself.
Great. Can we fast travel?
We can, but, you know, it's cheating.
Well, considering we've got 60 seconds left in the stream, that might be a good idea.
I'd shoot these guys, but this trigger means I'd be cheating.
Hey, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Okay, we shouldn't be that
Yes, I'm sure
far away.
all
now.
these
I don't know why
items
we're still in
smell
danger,
wonderful.
too. That's also not good.
You're in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. You are never not in danger. It's only a question of degrees.
Oops. Well, that's not
Yeah,
good.
I'm waiting for you to walk.
Oh,
right
God,
off.
and this is an extremely dangerous location as well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, sort of.
A lot worse than all the other places we've been.
It's a town that's called Minefield, so that'll give you an idea.
That'll do it.
So we're just gonna go around that.
I see a
The
pattern
biggest
forming
danger in
here.
Minefield is not the mines.
No, it's the sniper.
Yep. My kind of town.
Yep.
Oh, Zale says, as an interesting note, nuclear weapons probably wouldn't cause this level of contamination. Presumably there's a nuclear reactor that's melted down since Armageddon.
Oh yeah, I mean, lots of people have pointed out that, like, you know, things wouldn't have happened this way, and they wouldn't have lasted this long, and you know, and all kinds of stuff like that. I mean, it's
Well, I mean, you know, yeah.
skeletons would have turned to dust. They wouldn't be around for you to find, things like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, not to mention, I mean, just look around Chernobyl and see what the surrounding area is like.
It's always acted more like magic than actual radiation.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Well, I'm just curious why, you know, the world isn't filled with Spider-Men.
Because you have to be bitten by the spiders.
Right. So the bombs drop, the spiders get radioactive, and then they bite people.
Yeah, but they
Seems like
usually
you'd have a much
them
more
as
chance
well.
happening here. And how
They
come
all
radioactive
went to
rats don't
form
turn you
a
into rat
special
people?
Spider-Man colony.
Well, think of all the rats that are biting you, the mole rats, and then you get the crabs that bite you to become, you know, crab people.
They made a movie about spider people recently. I believe it was Madam Web.
Oh God, yeah, that was absolutely horrible.
Makes Morbius look like Infinity War.
Well, what's funny is that I only watched somebody's reaction to it, and even that was like horrendous.
I just watched the movie on mute because I at least like looking at these actors, and I just can pretend what is going on, and whatever I pretend is going to be leagues better than what we actually
If you like
get.
look at the actress and you want to watch it on mute, you could have just watched you know, all those cheesy porn films that they did.
They did?
Yeah, the lead actress there and whatnot. She was the lead actress in what was it? All the 50 Shades of Grey movies.
Yeah, but then I'd have to watch a guy along with it, and I'm not into that.
What?
Ah!
He's saying he only
That's a
watches
strange-
lesbian porn. Don't kink shame him.
No, I was just like, I haven't seen that helmet yet. Bye-bye.
How long
Well, you're
was
not
this
going
jerk
to now because
following
now
me?
he can't steal it.
I have no idea, but I'm willing to guess the whole way.
Oh, that means the rest of them are too.
Yeah, Deca says we're probably far more likely to find Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Fallout than Spider-Man. Excellent point. Dale says, yeah, I think it'd be a cool area to explore. You know, find the full Fallout universe. You know, take on the Stalker endgame.
I can actually see 4 super mutants impersonating the Ninja Turtles.
I'd rather go to like the most advanced like Federation level of the future where I could go to a holodeck and explore all this. That's what I'd rather do.
There you go.
Yeah, see?
That was massively effective. That not so much.
No, I
Did you miss
wouldn't.
the barn.
I think it's on the hill. They just roll.
You toss down a mine? Deca says, yeah, and I'm talking about the characters in the comics because of the Enclave meddling. Oh, meddling, sorry.
Well, so far the Enclave only prefer to meddle with dogs.
Oh, don't
And
worry,
death claws.
they'll move on up.
You've done it.
Yes.
It was so not worth it!
Oh, my goodness gracious. Seems like you've been gone forever. Please
You
tell
have
me
no
have
idea,
good
lady.
news.
Okay, so we can lie to her in case we had the intention to sell it to the
Nope.
other person who wants
Nope.
it. We're not doing
Nope,
that.
just give it to her.
Nope.
Oh, my goodness. I must see it, please.
Yeah, I want to see it too. We didn't even open it yet.
It's more beautiful than I could have ever imagined.
I was
can't thank
waiting
you
for the
enough.
termites to have
I
eaten
wish
it.
I had something to give you, a more suitable reward for all your efforts. All I can give you is the frequency to my radio set. Tune in whenever you feel like listening to the strains of an old woman's violin playing.
And I do.
And it's
love
hardly
that
a reward.
Yeah, some people don't like it. Some people can like compare it to the reward for what's the other one that has a really bad? Oh, the Star Bottle Cap quest in New Vegas.
She
which is
couldn't even offer us to
basically like a
either
big troll.
A, fix our concussion. B, maybe we could just take a bath to clean up first.
Okay, so
Something?
now the radio station is on.
This is for all those people out there who take the time to help out.
Yeah, so do we get a shout out? I want a shout out.
I think we do.
Well, just Nart, he interrupted it.
Enjoy the music. You've earned it.
Does she know any Black Sabbath?
Some, I don't know, Lindsey Sterling?
Caravan. Is it the
I'd
doc?
even
you have a
take some
doctor's bag?
AC/DC.
No, it's probably Harith
Guns N'
again.
Roses.
Oh, actually, wait. Did I have a doctor's bag? No.
Items. Items. Oh, you don't?
Have a doctor's anything, you're gonna die.
No, I had when I used it, I think. Yeah, I used it.
Dang.
Hey there. Looking to trade?
Yes, please.
See. It's my
Ringing
pleasure
noises
to
driving me
offer
nuts.
hot death in a variety of exciting flavors. Take your
There's one thing gamers demanded in everything was tinnitus recreation.
Yeah, and he doesn't have any health items either.
Until we meet again, keep yourself alive out there.
I'm trying.
Good to see you.
Trying, but you're not helping.
All right,
Wait,
so I
is,
think that's where we
the other
end
guy
for
tradable?
this time.
With tinnitus
Here
and
is another
violin
lovely
music.
song for a
Yay.
lonely traveler wandering the wasteland. You know who you are.
There's our shout out.
Oops, sorry.
We're not gonna get a copyright strike for this, are we?
I don't think so. And we end this the way we started, with the warning that my health is low and I should get to a doctor.
Soon to be dead, looking for medical assistance. Okay, well, that was the next in our series of Vault Tech tours for Vault 93 with our violin quest. Narc, do we have any slides for upcoming episodes?
Yeah, 1 second.
He's queuing Gail, I'm surprised you don't have a Stradivarius.
Who says I don't?
I would guess it'd probably be your dad's.
Actually, it would be my friend's.
Okay. Oh, apparently, nope. We don't have a no stream.
Yep,
Nothing.
no.
Goose eggs.
I don't know. I don't
We're
know
not
what
doing
broke
this anymore. You've seen the last one ever. We are never, ever doing this again. Congratulations. You've made it to the end of the Rampancy.net streaming service. We'd like to thank for your patronage. All your bottle caps.
Let me pull it up manually.
Let's set up the mini nuke right in our core.
That's right. Set the timer, Jail. It's over. It's over.
Goodness.
It's all over.
Yeah, so
No, you
next
just got to fix the slide.
next 2 dates we're looking at, which would have been May 8th and May 11th and May 18th. There will be no stream because of work. So it looks like the next stream date we're going to have is Sunday the 19th, at which we had originally planned to be Destiny 2, because my idea had been to let the light come off. My idea had been to kind of catch up with this seasonal story as it fed into the final DSC, but I think we're not going to bother to do that.
Nope.
I am still going to play Final Shape, basically just to end the story.
If I'm so inclined, I'll watch somebody else's YouTube video of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bungle, you got the last dollar out of me.
Yeah. So I think instead of that being a big thing, I'm just going to play with whoever wants to, whether it's Funk or anybody else. Just
Probably
the bare minimum of the final story to say, okay, it ended. The thing we started in 2014 is now ended, and that was the end of it. We could, on the 19th, we could either continue with some of this, because there are at least 2 other vaults I've got queued up, ready to go, one in New Vegas and one in Fallout 4. And I think after we finish Final Shape, my idea would be to try to do a Pathways into Darkness hot seat multiplayer, where somebody will play until they die, and then when you reload, someone else takes over.
That could be fun.
God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Total play
Using
time 3
the
minutes.
LF1
Using the LF1 version. What I don't remember about that game, though, is because, again, I've never played it. I never finished it. Is how does the saving work? Is there save scumming, or is it an in-game item or special locations? I don't remember.
There are runes. There are runes on the ground.
Yeah, there are runes.
Sounds like they ruined it.
What's consumable item?
No, not consumable, but there are specific areas where you can save. Sort of like the pattern buffers in Marathon, but not on the wall. They're on the floor.
Okay. So we'll see if something like that is viable. If not, I don't know if there's some kind of a mod or some other way we could save scum it. But since there's no explicit co-op or multiplayer, I thought hot seating was really the only way if we wanted to do something like that.
Right.
And for those
Zale's
watching,
like,
Pathways into Darkness is still free on the Apple Store.
Yep. Yeah, we'll definitely need something that's free. Zale says, I mean, having seen what Stradivarius violins cost, have you seen the collection he has? Are you seeing this? He can afford it. So yeah, Zale says that's going to be exciting. Yeah, they might have an Avengers Endgame plot to Destiny. It's like, there's nothing they can do right now to make up.
Constitute an Endgame like plot.
Yeah, they haven't built up to it would be nice if they had, but they haven't built it up that level in me or anybody else that I can think of. We can ask Funk his thoughts and or feelings, and Leah hasn't played. So yeah, I don't think anybody that I know thinks of it as being that level of interesting. They pretty much after the latest light update campaign really messed up a lot of people. Yeah, we're talking D2.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, they laid off my friends, so yeah, I'm not
yeah.
happy with them.
Yeah.
I mean,
so there you go. Not interested. Sorry. You screwed up the end game, Bungle. You bungled it. Sorry. But anyway, okay. So anybody else want to say anything before we bail?
This is my last stream in my 30s.
Oh my God. He's not going to be changing demographics, but he's changing decades, ladies and gentlemen. So mark it on your calendar. Send cookies.
Yeah, the Destiny 2 stream is on my birthday. I was like, well, what can Narc give me for my birthday through Destiny 2? It was like, I don't even
you don't
own
need
Destiny 2.
No, you don't need it. You'll be fine.
I could give you the gift of not buying anything in Destiny 2.
Yep.
It's the greatest gift ever. I love it. Thank you, Narc.
He'll give you a thumbs up. Okay,
Cool,
well, that's
cool.
going to be it for us for this time. Thanks very much for watching. We certainly hope you enjoyed the Rampancy.net playthrough of Fallout's the Vault Tech Tour series. Please feel free to check out all of our exciting adventures, because we definitely have a lot more, not including this, on our YouTube channel at Rampancy.net. And for all schedule listings and updates and changes, including the sporadic and sparse ones we have, please feel free to check out our schedule page at Rampancy.net/schedule. So until next time, I am Blackstar, he is Narcogen, he is Jail, she is Leah Crow, Funk just left. We are Rampancy, and we certainly hope to catch all of you next time. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.